pressure, no seconds. Did you do it in time? Did you do it in time?
Of course I did, mate. Of course I did.
Is
Consummate
it
professional, me.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I had to quick look there just in case you did. Yeah.
Sorry, not on camera.
No? No. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this.
I just inhaled a bit.
You're not meant to do that.
Thursday lunchtime. Have you nudged the table or something? I feel like it's off angle.
Maybe you've not the camera.
That one's better. Hit the like and subscribe buttons for us, all right? You wonderful people. I am refreshed. I feel human again.
Yeah?
I was dead yesterday.
Yeah.
I was a little bit.
Dead ugly.
Thanks, mate. Sorry for last night, team. Sorry for not doing a stream last night. I did put a reason in Discord.
It was a bad reason.
What was it?
I thought it was reasonable.
It was like, you know.
Being a responsible parent.
You could have put more sad emojis in it.
Joe, have you muted your microphone when you went to the bathroom?
No.
Fucking hell.
Look, it's
Joe
either
goes
that
and wins another event and thinks all of a sudden he doesn't need technology and microphones.
People will do it for me.
Yeah.
well, it's either that or that you listen to me piss, you know.
Well, we didn't because I didn't go live until you got whacked.
There are other options available.
Yeah. So anyway, we're back today. And what happened yesterday was quite interesting. Games Workshop dropped an article with some changes, specifically some points changes. And those points changes were mostly centered around the factions that people have said are problematic currently. Now, Joe, this last weekend, I don't know if you're aware, went to a tournament and won a trophy. Paddy also went to a day tournament, an RTT.
Went to an RTT.
And won a trophy.
Yeah.
And I think the factions that have had nerfs were present at one or both events.
All were present at mine.
Knights and Imperial Knights. Knights and Chaos Knights are at mine, but no Death Guard.
Actually, no, Death Guard were only present in so much as the TO who was doing the buy round had Death Guard.
Right, okay.
And that's a bold choice for it.
Yeah,
it's like, whoever I pair into is definitely losing.
I'm going to be a ringer, but I'm bringing Death Guard.
Yeah.
That's immense. And there's also been some controversy. There's been some information. There's been some content recently from Mr. Mikey from Hellstorm about these same factions, because Mikey, as you all know, runs his own events at the moment up at is it Sanctuary? Is it Outpost?
Yeah, it's the Sanctuary.
Sanctuary, okay. And he didn't do a massive major one this year that we would have all gone to otherwise. But we obviously attended his big event last year, and hopefully he gets another one in next year. And as a person running events, he's got to do TO-based things, and TO-based things sometimes involves balancing things all by yourself because Games Workshop haven't acted fast enough. And he put some things in place for Knights and Chaos Knights and Death Guard.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of heat from it, and it was quite hilarious, some of it as well. People were going, I can't believe you've done this, who were in America. I'm like, well, I didn't realize you were attending a little 30-man event in Outpost, but whatever.
Yeah.
So he got some heat from it, but it seems that actually he was probably correct in some of what he was doing with his changes, because Games Workshop have come out and gone, hey, balanced data set isn't for a month, but we can't wait that long to fix these three factions.
Especially when you've got one of the biggest tournaments in the country happening in a couple of weeks' time.
Which one's that one?
LGT, isn't it?
Oh, is LGT going up?
There's Nova as well.
Yeah.
So Games Workshop have gone, we can't leave them alone.
Yeah.
Who knew that dropping every night by 30 points was a problem?
Well,
all of us.
Well, no,
all of us.
They dropped it more than 30, didn't they?
70 to 80 points.
Were they?
Yeah, they've only gone back up about half of what they dropped.
Okay, that's enough of a change then.
Yeah.
So Games Workshop went, here's a change, and they essentially, for Knights specifically, I don't know if Chaos was the same, for Knights specifically, the Helverin went up to be the same as the Warglaive. I think it went up from 15. Every big Knight that isn't a Dominus class went up by 30. The two Dominus classes went up by 15. And one of the Forger ones also went up considerably as well. Canis Rex also went up by 35.
Yeah,
I don't think
he's
that was
415
enough.
again. No, he's
back
probably
he's
still
415.
too much.
He's the most expensive unit in the Imperial Knights book.
He's 5 points more than the big Dominus.
The Chaos Knights saw a similar change, and the Death Guard saw lots of changes across the board with points increases. Death Shroud went up, Plague Burst Crawlers went up, Lords of Contagions went up. None of which I think personally surprises me, if I'm honest.
No, I'll say it and we can debate.
Oh, by the way, Paddy's here.
Hey team, I'm the disembodied voice.
Yeah.
I personally think that Knights, Chaos Knights, you can fix with points. I think Death Guard need rules tweaks as well as points tweaks to be fully done.
I personally think Death Guard shouldn't be able to charge when they deep strike 6 away.
That's the rule change I was going to talk
So
about.
here's what I was going to ask. Here's part of the topic, and I'd love to know what you think as well, chap. But do you think these points changes for all three factions go far enough to solving their problems, or do you think there's still going to be problems even with the points changes? That's what I was going to go to, but Paddy's already jumped ahead.
Because we're in a situation where people are learning how to deal with some of the armies. Like when I go to tournaments at the moment, I'm realistically only going to take Space Marines.
Yeah.
Because Space Marines have the only real answer to people like Death Guard, Tyrannids, and Demons.
Don't deep strike.
They don't deep strike because you have infiltrators.
Yeah.
And I'm like 2 units of infiltrators every army.
Yeah.
Because when you come into those matchups, you need that unit of infiltrators on the front line, stopping you from just getting dropped in and murdered.
Otherwise, you become afflicted and then defeated.
The moment you get inflicted, you're dead, essentially, right? Whereas infiltrators, you can be inflicted, but they can't get near you, which is the important bit. Like, but no other armies have that really. Like Admech have one character, a individual model that has a 12-inch aura.
Tau has the same. Dark Strider does it.
But it's way less efficient because it's one model.
Yeah, it's one very indirectable model, which a Plague Burst caller can be like, well, he's dead and I'm still deep striking.
Yeah, so it's like so no one can really compete. Like even like Tyranids, for instance, struggle versus it.
It seems like we could segue down into the is 6-inch deep strike and charge good for the game,
Has to go.
which is different to the main topic, but it's a segue part of the topic.
But they got rid of the 3-inch one, right?
I don't mind that as a rule. I don't mind it being in the game as a thing. If I could do it with a squishy Eldar unit that then is a guaranteed I'm trading and it's going to die afterwards, I feel like it's less feels bad.
Or like jump pack intercessors or something that isn't going to go body you.
Yeah, but when you do it with a unit that then just doesn't die afterwards and you go, cool, I'm here now, there's nothing you can do about it, that's why I think it creates a feels bad. Yeah. So I personally think that as a core concept, as a rule, I actually don't think it's that much of a problem. As a rule for fucking Death Shroud Terminators, I think it's obnoxious.
Or like a brood of Carnifexes.
Yeah.
Yes, when it's a unit
It's always
of
Joe's fault.
6 toughness 7 Terminators with 4 wounds and a 2-up save.
And the Lord of Contagion that if you kill him stands back up on a 2+.
And when they hit you, like it's not just I've got 4 attacks that hit on 2s. No, it's 4 attacks that hit on 2s. They're wound on 2s.
And I have every rule for melee in
Sustained
existence.
lethal lance, and you're like
Devastating, probably.
Great. You're like.
But do you think then that the issue therefore is the rule on the unit, or do you think you would take the rule out altogether?
It wouldn't be so bad if the Death Shroud weren't stacked with all the rules. I think that's the problem. That's where the problem lies, right? Mm-hmm. If they didn't have sustained, lethal, and lance, then they're much less oppressive because currently they reduce your toughness by 1, they reduce your armor save by 1, and then they hit you by an AP2 weapon that's basically wounding you on 3s or 2s. So even Imperial Knights struggle against them. So it's just like that unit is primed to just murder any other unit.
Which is why I think I would say Death Guard were too cheap.
Yeah.
And I personally think the Death Shroud Terminators are broken. If you got rid of the Deep Strike 6 and Charge, and the Death Guard got the points they now have, I think they'd be all right because they'd be quite a good shooting army.
Yeah.
That can kill you in combat, but it doesn't have the I win rule of I make you afflicted, then I rise 6, charge you and murder you. And unless you've specifically teched against me.
It's almost a win more, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's one of those if you haven't teched against this, I'm just going to kill you. And I've got indirect shooting, so you have to come to me.
Yeah.
I think screening 6 is so difficult unless you've got a horde.
Well, I was looking at this. So I'm trying to put together comp Eldar lists again, as you know, Paddy. I've messaged you a lot about it.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying the process for reference. However, I look at that sort of thing and I'm like, I don't know how I deal with that. Honestly, I think I have to go. Here's a unit you can kill. And just accept the fact that I'm going to
Yeah,
lose
you
a
have
unit.
to have screens, but then for stuff like Eldar, where things are pretty pricey, you don't have like a 50-point cultist
and
unit.
Death Guard just kill screens because those Terminators that hit like an absolute fucking truck, right, in combat, they're all armed with fucking flamers.
Yeah,
They've
exactly.
got anti-infantry.
Yeah.
So cool, we'll just kill your screen and charge the unit behind.
Yeah, I mean, those Terminators were essentially designed perfectly to just cause absolute carnage.
Yeah. And
I mean, if they were designed for that, the designer did a phenomenal job. 'Cause
Yeah.
they really nailed
right,
it.
and he's gone up in points, right? But the yardstick that I measure all things by, a Lord of Contagion was the same points as Field Marshal Dreer.
Field Marshal
yeah.
Dreer is
Yeah.
the arbiter of good pointing.
Oh no! He is the arbiter of terribly pious character, because a Lord of Contagion murders Field Marshal Dreer. So much that Field Marshal Dreer can do versus a Lord of Contagion.
Where's
Yeah.
that gun gone? Joe? What's
gun?
there? I found it.
Grey plastic on blue.
Yeah.
This one, I found it.
So
We're good.
Good news, everybody.
We're good.
yeah, so they'll fix. So I'm hoping that the balanced data slate is going to do something to.
Do you think they will? Do you think the balanced data state will be wave 2 for these armies?
Potentially.
I wonder whether, because I personally, we've got to accept there is a codex still on the way for Imperial Knights because it's only them and Jakari left.
Yeah.
Jack. So I would be surprised unless Imperial Knights are away if they did knight rule changes for Imperial Knights.
I don't know. The thing is with Games Workshop, I'm at a point now where like nothing really surprises me.
So we're at where what's the month now? We're in August, right?
August, yeah, we are.
Or middle of August, soon September.
Soon, September.
So for Games Workshop, December is basically a write-off month because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
You've got the Christmas boxes. Obviously, you've basically got an essential 2 dead weeks of pre-orders. So there's not going to much happen there apart from I'd love to see another line of Grotmus detachments. They were great. I think they're one of the best things at Games Workshop.
Grotmus was excellent.
I'd love to see that.
Has that already been a year?
Nearly.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Well, we're in August, aren't we?
Oh, we're in
So
August. It's only
September,
been 8 months.
October, November, right? So we've got 3 months where we've potentially got Knights in there somewhere and Jakari in there somewhere,
Yeah.
right? Unless, because they're not going to do anything after January because that's the road to 11th. So, they don't want to change. They've got to fix the game now before January because you want the game to be in a stable spot before you go into 11th edition because then they're going to have to rebalance everything for whatever the rules might be.
They have technically got, because historically we see, 4 data slates a year?
Yeah?
So I think they've also got one more go in December.
Yeah.
This might be controversial, this in itself. I don't think when 11th edition comes, I want to see wholesale sweeping changes to the game.
No, I want to see an 8th to 9th transition rather than like a 7th to 8th or
Yeah.
9th to 10th.
Also, right, November, they want to fix the game and have the game in the most balanced position possible now, right? Because you've got Nova, you've got LGT, and then in November, before the next balanced data slate, you've got the World Championships,
Yeah.
right, of 40k. So they don't want but I think last year the game was a little bit broken and one army just dominated again last year.
Did it?
They want the game to be the best example of what it can ever be in their World Championship.
Especially if it's going towards like the esports vibe.
Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing as well, right? So at some point in the distant future, we don't know when this is going to be. I would assume it won't be soon. But at some point in the distant future, they are going to be releasing their Amazon TV series.
Yeah.
There is a significant films.
Yeah.
There is a significant possibility that a lot of new eyes that haven't seen this before are going to look at it.
Yeah.
What you don't want is a hot, broken mess of confused nonsense where a person goes to play the game for the first time, gets told they've done it wrong because they haven't looked at the 134 million page clarification document, and then goes, "What the fuck is this nonsense?"
Yeah.
So I feel like if they consolidate, because I actually think that the game itself is predominantly in a good state.
Agreed.
These 3 specific factions aside, but although I think the game is in a good state, I think that as a team of 3 people sat here who play weekly, so we've kept up to date with all the rules changes. If you were coming into this game brand new now, and you just picked up the rule book and your AdMech codex, well, both of those things are basically dead potatoes.
Yeah.
They're useless.
And it is better than it was with the app, because at least the app does get rules changes added to it. But
but you still, like, even as a new player, you still need to buy your
codex,
your dead codex to be able to use.
You should just be able to buy a code, not a codex.
We've done this a million times.
Yeah, all right.
How that's still not a thing? I don't know.
I'm convinced in my head that
Easiest money they'll ever make.
that
Is like
after the I reckon after the Drakari release, we will see every codex available to buy on the app.
Yeah.
I reckon. That's what I think we'll probably see. And because like Games Workshop's not going to do any app-based changes mid-edition.
I'm not sure we will though.
So I reckon 11th edition, they're going to go new edition, new structure to things, right? Because we won't introduce it. So I reckon 11th edition is when we'll see you can just buy your codex on the app. I reckon that's when it'll happen.
I would be, okay, I'll say this categorically, I would be glad to see that.
Yeah.
I 100% want to see that, Jay. I just
we're not hyper convinced it will happen, but if it does happen, that is when it will happen.
Yeah.
Because they won't do anything mid-edition. They'll do
that's
it.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with you for the sake of arguing with you. I just don't think that's something they'll do. I think they make too much money off codexes.
But I think they'd make. I'm always of the opinion they'll make more money.
Yeah.
Because it's just Games Workshop's receiving money for a product that it doesn't have to make.
Yeah, and again, I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
But from a business perspective, you have to, and this is true of any business, right? Change is scary because you don't know if it's going to work, and you don't know if the net result will be better or worse.
Yeah.
Thing is though, like if you do look at it just purely mathematically, which me and you like to do sometimes, Liam, you could just price it so that it equals. It's not an attack at all, but it's a good thing.
It's a fact based on actual facts.
If you price your digital codexes to be basically the profit margin of your hard copies, you then don't have to worry about inventory and shipping and printing, and you just be like, this is how much it costs, and we make the same profit.
And you kind of remove those complaints, don't you, for not producing enough, right? They need to include in the app going forward a what's it called?
Link to Pornhub?
A scoring app for games, right?
Okay.
A scoring section. And I reckon that is when we'll see like an integration of the cards.
Yeah.
You know? Because no one can buy chapter. It's not called. Is it chapter approved?
It's currently called the chapter approved mission deck. Yes.
Chapter approved mission deck, right? No one can buy it after pre-order. So how do you fix that? You allow people to either pay for a scoring app or buy it as part of the app, and then you can then access all of those rules on the app.
Well, maybe they're doing it one at a time, because we never had the app we've got now is new for 10th edition. Maybe in 11th edition there's a companion app.
Well, again, this is what's interesting, isn't it? I think the problem with their app is that they often get fleeced by terrible fucking developers who make shit products. They also don't help themselves. I know that the app for 10th edition was rushed. The deadline was moved. So they don't help themselves there, to be fair. However, what we've ended up with is an incredibly good app that now all 3 of us use all the time, and we don't touch anything else.
Yeah, agreed.
Where all 3 of us used to use Battlescribe.
Yeah.
And now we just use the 40k app for 10th edition. The scoring app is frustrating because Goonhammer, if you're unaware, there's an app out there already on the App Store, and it's on the Google Play Store, made by Goonhammer, who are another group of individuals who do like articles. And stuff.
They're basically like Warhammer journalists.
Yeah. And they have a scoring app called ITC Battle. It used to be called ITC
Tabletop Battles.
It's now called Tabletop Battles, thank you, Paddy. And it's free, right?
Really
and you can run a whole game of 10th edition on it.
Yeah.
And it also does statistics.
If they can make that for free and put it out to people, Games Workshop can make that and just a pound add-on maybe.
The only thing that bugs me about that app, right, and it's such a minor thing because it's new, they have now included the challenger cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the challenger cards, but it doesn't tell you how to score them. It allows you to score them, but it doesn't tell you what you get.
There might be.
But that'll come, right?
It might be so. There's also a bunch of secondaries on there that won't tell you how to do things.
Yeah.
And I think it might be them treading the line for not getting sued by giving all the rules away for free on an app.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's fair.
Which I think is reasonable. I think it's the way that they protect themselves by going, we haven't put everything on here. You still would need to know what to do, or know the rule, or whatever. And I think that's smart because we know what they're like for going after the little person if that little person is making a few quid off of them or giving some rules away or whatever.
Yeah,
so
don't do IP theft, kids.
Yeah, so I think that's probably why they've done that, Joe, to be fair, which is, although frustrating, I get it.
Yeah.
But if Games Workshop made their own version,
No
they could
such
then
restriction.
include all that stuff
Yeah.
because it's their product, right? But yeah, so if we go back to the original topic with Death Guard and the Knights codexes, so we think perhaps there will still be rules changes, especially for Death Guard, right? Because of this deep strike within 6 and charge nonsense.
I'd also like to see a change on Chaos Knights, where they've got knights that pick a unit and that unit just takes mortal wounds.
Yeah, you
That's
have
the
to
current
get.
rule.
You have to get to. Oh, I was thinking the detachment I played against this weekend.
Yeah.
Once they got to like turn 3, if you failed a battle shock test, you took D3 mortal wounds, and you took a battle shock test at -2 if there were any Chaos Knights on the table and you were under starting strength. So like,
and then Chaos Knights have an aura of
was a lot.
minus leadership and stuff. So and you have so when you've got there's 3 specific like Chaos Knights that do it. I don't think they should all be able to pick the same unit to do it to. Also,
Well, so they currently can just all go same unit and have
same
3
unit,
more
just
wins.
absolutely fucking nuke it.
Right, okay.
Right. I also think now that they've all got more wounds, they probably don't need the -1 damage strat.
oh, that was arduous to get through.
When the entire game is based around damage 2, you're like,
Well, I played
damage
into them
now.
with Joe with Custodes, which you well know are entirely damage 2.
Yeah.
And that strat was a lot. I mean, it did mean they couldn't interrupt, but it was a lot.
To be fair, you're talking to the wrong person, though, Paddy, because Joe also thinks Custodians are broken.
Yeah, despite they're not broken.
who's won a tournament with them?
Me?
Well, there you go. So they're not.
So Templars are also broken.
Whenever you,
So, Joe,
well, no,
do
I
you-
didn't win a tournament with them.
Yeah.
You got best overall.
You've got a trophy that says you did, Joe. We also ran your tournament list into my tournament list. What happened, mate?
And you beat me.
Convincingly.
So your arm is broken.
Joe, take a guess at the win rate of Custodes, mate.
100. 100%.
No,
45.
45%.
That's because, like, there's not many good players running them.
Joe, look at Iceberg. New Fallout show trailer dropped.
Oh, I've seen it.
We need to don't say anything. I want to watch it after the show.
I'll say it's
Was
good.
this the one that dropped yesterday?
Yeah.
Hey, Kate, sorry I haven't been around supporting the channel for a while. Lost my mum in March unexpectedly. Haven't touched the hobby or anything to do with it since. Mate,
Oh, sorry to hear that, mate.
don't be sorry
yeah.
for not supporting the channel.
Please
If that's what
don't.
you've gone through.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. We're here for you, mate. We'll always be here when you're ready to come back. You look after yourself.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Quite, no.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think.
What is the win rates? Who sits at the top, Paddy? there's a website called Stat Check, which
Them.
I pulled up for Paddy behind the deck to make him a little bit more useful.
Okay, so the top 5, I think there's 2 in here you two might not guess.
Top 5.
Top 5, go for it. Go for number 1 first. Who do you think's there?
Death Guard.
No.
Chaos Knights.
No.
Imperial Knights.
Yes. Who's second? I don't think you'll get this. So Imperial Knights have an overall win rate of 59%.
Second.
Yeah, I really don't think you'll get this.
It's got to be a low. Yeah, I was gonna
G-Stealer
say
Colts,
it's got to be a low pick rate army.
It's Genestealer Colts, but specifically Host of Ascension, Genestealer Colts is like a 64% win rate.
This man knows his Warhammer, Paddy.
He does, yeah.
There's like 5 people in the world running that army.
Okay, what's third?
Chaos Knights.
No.
Death Guard.
Yes.
Okay.
4th is
Chaos Knights.
5th. Now I genuinely think I'd be surprised if you got this.
Guard.
Nope. I'll give you 3 guesses and I'll tell you because there's like 27 factions and we're here a long time otherwise. I would say it's something we have in the studio, but we pretty much have everything in the studio now.
Yeah, we have everything in this year.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Well, we don't have Jesus the Colts.
That's true, yeah. We don't have the second best army in the game. Quick, get paid.
Eldar.
No.
No, it won't be Eldar. Eldar are a little bit lower now.
I'll give you a clue. Oh,
Necrons.
No, Imperial Eldar.
Oh, sisters.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sisters are 5th. But what's really interesting about that is 5th place, 53% win rate. So you drop down all the way to...
So what's above it? So Chaos Knight's above it. What
Chaos
are
Knight's
they
55%.
55%.
So
Games
technically
will
in the
call that
Goldilocks zone, right?
zone.
Death Guard at 57. Genestealer Cult getting massively pushed up by that host of attention. Imperial Knights at 59. Which
that is
isn't
a skew.
actually... Like, we talk about three lists are like running rampant over the meta, but this is actually quite tame compared to what's happened in the past, right?
Yeah.
Which I think speaks a lot for the way the rules team is going, is it's really narrowing down. And broken armies are 55% win rate. So it's not, I think they're doing a lot better than they have in the past.
Which would you class a 55% win rate as broken?
Not at all. I think
No. I think the problem with Knights isn't the win rate. I think it's how they feel to play against.
because they either feel like you either can or you cannot deal with knights, and having 6 big knights on the table means that most people cannot deal with that many.
Yeah, so when you get an army, it's just a flat stat check, and you can't do anything about it. It feels bad.
Yeah.
A 55% win rate feels wildly oppressive and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, okay.
I think it's all right. Imperial, like the Imperial, so the top 4, right, excluding sisters, right. A lot of their win rates are kept down by the existence of the mirror match.
Yeah, that doesn't exclude mirror match, which is quite
very
interesting.
true, very true.
So mirror match would, if you take the mirror match out, Chaos Knights probably are higher than 55% if you remove the mirror match, which is quite interesting and oppressive. This model's a bit fiddly, but it's very pretty. Big fan. Right, we're 11 members as well, by the way, chat, you wonderful human beings.
11.
World Eaters cannot deal with knights. Tom would argue with you.
Yeah, Tom absolutely murdered.
He fucking bodied a knight player this last weekend.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably wildly incorrect.
I'm yet to.
World Eaters could struggle with Chaos Knights if you run into the -1 damage one, because I had to put Trajan and a block of Wardens into the -1 damage knight, and I did not manage to kill it. I mean, I really damaged it, but I
Have you
didn't
tried
kill
rolling
it.
better?
I rolled pretty good.
Yeah.
Not Joe good, obviously, because not everything was a 6. Which was foolish of me, really.
No, I've leaned into an army and only have to roll 5s and 6s now.
Are you building all multi-melter sponsons?
Yeah.
They are just flat.
Basically, so all right, so I've got a guard in front of me.
Those sponsons are push fit. You don't need to stick them in.
I haven't.
Oh, okay, fine. Magnets.
But I only care about that gun.
I know you do.
Right,
I know.
so,
Until they change the rules or points.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. I don't think it really matters at that point. I still think you still run them. So basically, our good friend Dan, who's been on the channel,
He's going to come hang out tonight.
He's with us tonight, yeah.
He's been a bit bummed out by his guard. He's new to them. He won Best Painted, so his guard army is very pretty, right?
He got a second award as well.
A second?
Yeah.
He came second.
No, he got a second award, mate.
He got the wooden spoon, Joe.
He came first if you turn the results table upside down.
He came second, he first loser.
Yeah, so he's a bit bummed out by them. But we were trying to explain to him in the group chat that the guard are a high skill level, hard to learn army.
I think they're really hard to learn.
Like,
to be good with.
For context, he's come from a melee heavy Ultramarines army, so he's got to learn that command points are a thing you have to manage.
Yeah.
Because he was playing the 30 command point Gilliman version.
Yeah.
And your problems can't all be answered by Gilliman or Calgar, so it's such a different way of playing.
And he refuses to run things like Bullgrin in his thing. And he's also in a position where he's time and money poor because he's got a kid on the way.
Yeah.
So he's like, how do I make my army better? And it's like, we put this in and this in. He's like, well, I can't. And it was like, well, we can't make the things that you've only built and painted better, right?
I wish we were that powerful. Even if Joe is convinced GW do listen to us.
Yeah, so...
Are you still convinced of that?
I'm still convinced of it. So my goal at the moment is to try and get my guard to a competitive level to take to an event.
To show Dan what he could have done if he was better.
I would love to start CU running competitive guard 100%.
Yeah.
I would love for that. I would actually love for them to be your main competitive army and for you to be enjoying it.
Not whilst Death Guard exists. There's no point.
But Death Guard won't exist forever, mate.
I think they're good. They're all right into knights, I think, because they have the damage output to hurt knights. But Death Guard, like, you have to run too many screening units to make your army good versus knights.
Yeah, I think you against
Versus Death Guard, sorry.
Yeah, but you have access to loads of infantry-based lethal hits, and in your world where you just roll 6s.
No, but lethals versus other infantry.
Yeah, like
like Terminators.
Yeah.
That toughness
And
7
also,
4
mate,
wounds.
in Joe land, when you Overwatch and everything's a 6, they're all lethal hits anyway.
Yeah. Well, that is true. So.
Or, as I shall now be calling it, Joverwatch.
Yeah.
The problem is whenever he makes these fucking bold, stupid claims, he then rolls the dice and it happens, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, at least I back up my wild theories with actual happening, you know?
With wildly statistical, irregular rolling
Yeah.
that makes people question your dice.
There was a point where in on the weekend where my opponent was very questioning of my dice, and every time I rolled to attack and wound, he'd roll those dice to save all 1s and 2s.
You turned the electromagnets on, did you?
Yeah, I
Joe?
said to him, it's just the magnets in my dice tray. That's the only thing that.
He's looking for Joe's Jedi hand wave.
Yeah.
Did you allow him to use your dice tray, or was that one step too far?
No, I offered, and he said no. But I think there are people out there winning tournaments with guards.
There's a guy who plays in around us in Winchester way. He plays
He just wins every Winchester
He wins
tournament
every
running
Winchester
guard.
tournament with guard, and he's absolutely phenomenal with them.
Yeah.
So obviously when you specialise in
Who's this? What's his name?
Martin Cooper.
Oh, I know that name.
Yeah.
Did he
He
get
won-
into Factorum before?
I think
He went
so.
to Factorum. He also was at Beachhead, did really well. He only plays guard.
He's a nice chap, right?
He's a lovely bloke,
Yeah, I
yeah.
thought
And he's
so.
absolutely phenomenal with guard. So it is doable. But what he doesn't do is every time I see him running a guard list, it's like, I look at it and go, well, that looks insane.
Yeah.
And it's clearly good.
So
My favourite thing is when someone wins an event, right?
Yeah.
My favourite thing in the world is when someone wins an event and you look at their list and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's my favourite, because it's like, you don't go, oh yeah, obviously that's because that's good, that's because that's good. When you look at it and you go,
I don't understand.
how does that work? That's when you know the player's actually dialed his list in and worked hard.
And has
figured
practiced
out-
with it
Yeah.
and figured out how things work and how to use it.
but I kind of want to do the same with Templars. That's my
Templars.
problem. Is I'm really enjoying Templars at the moment.
I wrote a really good list for Templars, Joe.
And,
If
Does
you
it
should run
have?
that.
Does it have
Is it
two
three-
Vindicators
is
and
it-
two?
It's the one I
Zodiacs?
sent you. 3 rope thingy.
Marshals.
No, the repulsor executioners.
Yeah.
Right, you're turning into Joe.
Yeah, I just forgot
Because
the
I was
words.
asking you about Eldar lists. 30 fucking swooping
No,
hawks.
Yeah, but tell me about it. 30 Swooping Hawks is 4 grenades a turn. It's so many mortals.
I don't believe in the repulsor executioner.
What, you
I
don't
know
think it
the guy
exists?
who I know the guy who won the tournament with it
Had to.
had 2 in his list
And a
Okay.
Lancer.
and a lancer. But
Interesting.
thing is, I think lists are also personal and the person playing them, right?
I agree.
Right,
I
it's
strongly
not-
agree with that.
So
Yeah, because it needs to match your play style.
yeah, and I just don't. I'm not feeling the repulsor executioner
That's fair.
as a unit.
Yeah, you're not denying it's good.
It's good, right? And it's great at clearing screens, and you might kill
Killing big things.
You might kill an occasional big thing, right? But I just feel the double lancer is just way more efficient at dealing with big monster units.
The thing with this argument for repulsor executioners versus lancer review is it actually runs counter to all Joe math. Because you're like, well, I need the rerolls, but normally Joe math says, well, I'll just roll 6s to hit, and therefore I don't need the lancer rerolls.
But the rerolls on the lancer make it so efficient, right? Because rerolling a hit, wound, and damage.
Yeah, that's fair. Because
Is-
otherwise, the repulsor executioner essentially has a lancer cannon.
Yeah, 'cause every time
plus a load of other shots.
Every time I talk to someone running
better lancer cannon.
the executioner, they're like, yeah, I'll just use a CP to reroll the wound or the damage. I'm like, that's great.
But Joe runs that classic Templars detachment Gladius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Because he's a real narrative guy, this Joe.
Yeah, but for tournaments, if you want to win a tournament, you have to take Gladius, right? So,
I took Custodies instead, mate, actually.
so
Which are broken. We've been
no,
through
but
this.
it's all about CP management with Templars, and you have to have 2 command points going into every fight phase
What for, Joe?
for either interrupt or fight on death.
Yeah.
You have to have both, and
Well, depending who you're fighting.
depending on who you're fighting, right?
Yeah.
But
You don't have to.
I always make sure I have 2 command points because in my army I then have the option of I have fight first with the Judica Blade Guard unit, and then you have the threat of interrupt or fight on death. which makes other combat armies quite fearful because they're like, I have to send in 4 units to get.
Well, to be fair,
any
that's how I
kind
was
of
using my
benefit.
warden blocks, because
Yeah.
I would always deploy 4+ feel no pain in the shooting phase, and then
Yeah.
in the fight phase, I'd be like, I'll just find death.
Yeah.
So kill me and you'll die as well.
Yeah, and like, you don't see them in many armies, but I still love the Redeemer, right? And the threat of the Redeemer is greater than the actual damage output of the Redeemer. Because your opponent's like, oh, I can't really go to that objective. He's just going to overwatch me. But the funny thing is, I don't have enough CP to overwatch them. But they know I have the CP to do it if I need to.
Toughness and wounds of a Lancer.
Toughness is...
It's like T10, 11 wounds, I think.
Yeah, T10...
Because I run...
It's 11 or 12.
I run 2 of them in
Because
my
you both run
Blood
2
Angels.
Lancers all the time, right? Pretty much.
Yeah,
As much
it's
as
almost
you
like
can.
Joe copied my idea of have 2 shooting vehicles in every melee army. It's actually
was
good,
like-
Joe.
It only makes sense in the Templar.
It just made me wonder about fire prisms.
Yeah.
Because they're 10 points cheaper.
Yeah, 5 billion is really good.
They have
Yeah.
the same Lancer rule.
Yeah.
Reroll hit and a wound. They flat 6 damage rather than D6 plus 3.
It's way better.
Yeah, that's better.
It's still 2 shots as well, isn't
They're
it?
2 shots hitting on 3, so same number of shots, same to hit,
Yeah.
slightly longer range, but strength 18 instead of strength 14,
Yeah.
-4, flat 6 instead of D6 plus 3.
And you've got linked fire, so you can shoot multiple.
Yeah, I was going to say linked fire is what makes them
but
amazing.
linked fire isn't as good as you think now.
But it's not as good as reroll hit or wound and damage.
When selecting targets for the weapon, you can measure range determined visibility from another fire prism model that is visible to the bearer. When doing so, the weapon has an attack characteristic of 1. You lose a shot. So you can completely hide one.
Oh, look at this absolute balance they've got. But I guess 1 is hidden, but it basically
The
nets
1
out.
is hidden is then 1 shot. But you
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
reroll
but
the
if
hit
you're
and
playing
wound.
against an army like Guard or Tau or another Eldar player, you're like, I don't want to put 2 in the open to shoot. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you do because you want to kill 2
But
things.
if you can only pick to target 1 unit, right? You're like, cool, I'll just.
God, I love it when
That's
balance
interesting.
happens.
So it's 10 points cheaper than the Lancer for Templars. It doesn't have the multi-melter. It's not as tough. It's got more wounds, I think.
What shield is it I need to put on it?
Interesting. Anyway, we've completed. So what often happens when Paddy comes in for a sit and talk is we start off on topic and then it just becomes a lads hang out, talk about Warhammer, and you guys get to join us.
Yeah.
If you enjoy that, think about gifting membership to the channel. We're on 11, I think, so far, maybe 16 now.
Yeah, we'll know that you like that level of chat then.
We're on 16 now. We obviously have our normal target of 100. We are trying very hard to get Joe to America land.
Yeah.
And I actually had a very brief conversation with Luce yesterday about potentially, maybe, possibly coming with you.
I think
that
you
sounds
should come.
fun.
Mostly because I want to go and meet American people.
Yeah?
Well, just like random ones or specific ones?
Well, people that like the channel would,
Ah, yeah,
would be
specific
great.
Americans. Not just like, hi, Mr. American, I've met you. You don't know who I am.
So what I need is the brute shield. Which one's the brute shield?
I don't think anyone will know, mate, so you
Who
can just
cares?
put whatever
Whichever one
on.
you want.
Thing is though, right?
Put the one that looks coolest on.
The coolest one is the fucking massive one.
Put that on.
Okay,
Because it's just.
I don't see the problem.
Yeah, I'm just going to put that on because that looks fucking badass.
We'll jump into your comments in chat anyway. I know there's been a bunch of super chats that come up about this topic, which is quite cool.
Legends.
Yeah, come visit. Well, is there anyone in chat how many people are in chat right now? Of the 280 people in chat at the moment, how many of you are actually going to be at Atlanta? Because if it's worth it, I might see if I can make it over. It's just that what the problem it has is it then doubles my costs. Because I'm paying for both of us.
But think of the fun we'll have.
Well, which I think will be lots of fun, Joe, legitimately. But I also have to be careful because I've still got people's wages to pay and rent to pay and tax bills to pay.
Just don't pay tax.
I'd love to do that.
Pretend that we're a corporation based on the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
And we'll be fine.
I don't think the Isle of Wight is a tax haven. Isle of Man's a tax haven.
That one,
Yeah.
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 The Isle of Men, you'd be perfect there.
Gibraltar was a tax haven, but if you receive YouTube from income from YouTube in Gibraltar, now you have to pay tax on it.
Really?
In the American system, yeah, they've changed
Oh,
it.
that's why.
Sneaky.
That's why Pardo's
That's why Pardo's in trouble.
His whole life was built around.
He was Jimmy Carring it, and it's all gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, with his shiny teeth.
When are you going to Atlanta, Joe?
In November. Yeah, you should come as well.
I'd love to go.
Time off? Lads trip? Lads.
I'll see if I can convince the lady wife.
We can drop Joe off at cattle class and go first, buddy.
I wish.
I'll put him in a cat box.
I like.
I said we still should freight Joe because you could paint an entire.
I still like the
army in
idea that
sea
you're like,
container
oh,
on the
we're
way
going to
over.
send Joe, but we're going to like make it the most horrible trip he's ever experienced.
No, I don't. No. Well, so if I come with you, are we travelling with you?
Joe, have you
I'll be
ever
booking the seat
flown
next to you.
transatlantic?
No.
It's a completely different experience to like a European flight.
Paddy, he gets a nosebleed when he goes to Nottingham.
Yeah, like it's a completly different experience, mate.
I have left the country.
He's
before.
like
Wales doesn't count.
He's like our version of Caleb Cooper.
Who the fuck's Caleb Cooper?
Oh, Joe, you need some education, man. Joe, you're honestly. I wish it could be me, you, and Liam all sat in one row of the aircraft as you do your first transatlantic flight and get all of the free aeroplane food and, well, not free because you pay for the ticket.
What I would also like to do is figure out if there's a way I can, and I think I can do this, thinking off the top of my head, take my MacBook and a capture card and a camera and do talking head streams from America, Jay.
Yeah?
That'd be fucking banging.
What about
wouldn't
from 38,000 feet?
it? I mean, don't think playing Wi-Fi would let me do the upload, to be fair.
Yeah, but you could just do it when you land.
Do you still have to
Well,
do...
that's not 38,000 feet, is
Do we-
it?
do we
That's
still-
not
Yeah, but
live.
You filmed it at 38,000 feet.
Okay, we filmed it.
do we still live in a world of technology where we have to go into airplane mode?
Yes, you
Yeah.
do, but they normally have plain Wi-Fi now.
Which you can pay for a bit extra.
Why do we have to go into plane?
Because apparently it annoys the pilots.
Yeah?
You know when you have you get a text and you near your speaker and it makes that really annoying noise? It does that while the pilot's trying to like not kill you on landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And then
I
when
know.
you're really high up, you can't get phone signal anyway, so...
Yeah. Which is weird, really, isn't it?
Well, no, because that's not where the masts are.
Just put a mast on the plane.
Smart.
Yeah.
You've solved air travel.
I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. What about balloons? Right?
Blimps?
Yeah, just have floating aerials. Just put it on a balloon. Just have it float around in the lower atmosphere.
We jumped up to 37 members after that. Look at that.
Look at that. People clearly want to see everyone go to America and watch Joe play Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go to America just because I like America.
I like America as well. It's a fun place to go.
I've never been.
Where is it? Atlanta?
Atlanta,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've never been to Atlanta as well.
No, neither have I.
Neither have
I was talking to our dear friend Mr. John yesterday,
Yeah.
who said that Atlanta's actually not that great.
Oh.
Well,
But, it's
the
the
nice
home, but it's the home of Cody Rhodes,
Yeah, whoever that is.
the WWE World Champion. Undisputed World Champion.
Joe's
Isn't
not
it
even
like
playing
still
40k.
The Rock and Triple H. I remember those days.
So
And Mankind.
No, Mankind's not really involved. But no,
No.
Triple H now runs
Cold.
WWE.
Oh, I thought that was Vince.
No, he. No,
I thought that was The Rock.
no, no. No.
Yeah, now I'm showing when I used to watch it.
There is no. Vince is still alive. He still exists as a great documentary about Vince. Right. Do you know what they used to? Right, that's obviously I don't want to go into too much on the stream because I'm not sure if we're allowed to. Do you remember what like rich people used to do for gladiators, like in Rome?
Yeah.
Like rich people would pay to do things with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vince kind of like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I watched about the point where they had the WWF versus WCW stuff going on.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Were they different?
They were separate, different.
Yeah. You got
it was-
NXT and all that lot.
And it
now.
was all weird, and there was this big like war between the two franchises.
Yeah, there was a law between there was like a war between like SmackDown.
Is that like
and
Marvel
Raw.
versus DC?
Yeah, but significantly shitter.
But they work together a lot more now. So like WWE obviously gets all of its talent from like the smaller shows. So they're like everyone's like, oh, we'll get called up to the main event. Kind of thing.
Right.
Where the fuck does this get glued onto?
CM Punk's still knocking around. Remember
Punk?
CM Punk?
I don't remember his name. I don't know him.
No.
The Hardy
The
Boys?
Hardy Boys are still wrestling, but they're
Or the Dudley Boys. They used to
the Dursley Boys.
Huh?
Dudley's.
The Dudley Boys, yeah.
Dursley's fucking Harry Potter, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Harry Potter's aunt and uncle.
The Dursley boy.
I'd be surprised if they were wrestling.
I mean, it'd be cool if they were.
Yeah.
I don't know where that little knife goes on. I might just leave it off.
There's a new wrestler. I think he's just called Lizard Man. He just
Stop
wears a
it.
green onesie with his face painted green, and he has like a lizard like puppet.
Yeah, I'm already losing interest again. I was.
But no,
interested as a kid.
it's great. No, the Rock's come back into it after
His brief
the
foray
Planet
into being a
decided-
film star on
well,
every
after
film
the
ever.
Planet got really upset with him,
Who got upset with him?
Well, do you remember when there was all those fires and basically
in
him
LA.
and Oprah begged for loads of money to help, I want to say Hawaii or wherever it was. I can't remember what it was.
California.
Basically, there was all these
California,
fires and The Rock and Oprah were basically asking everyone to give them money, but weren't really donating any of themselves.
And everyone's like, don't you have all the money?
Aren't you all the millionaires all the time?
Because they're really richer than now.
Yeah. and yeah, basically, all the fire departments in the local area went to The Rock's and Oprah's house, and all the villages burned down.
Smart.
So everyone was like, that Rock guy, not so cool anymore.
I don't know if this is like actually what happened or just Joe's version of events.
It's my version of
because he goes quite extreme.
Joe news, right? And then, so basically, what's happened is all of his films do terrible now because
I heard it's because Pedro Pascal is now every movie ever
Pedro's
guy.
basically taken over.
I mean, let's be honest. He's never really been a great actor.
No, basically, yeah. The Rock just plays The Rock, right? So basically, what's happened now is he's going back to his roots, and he's gone back to WWE, I think, to basically regrow. He's not wrestling. He's just called the final boss now.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
He makes all like the final decisions on everything.
But what they should do, if they're smart, is they should make him the bad guy based on what you've just
He
told
is
me.
basically the bad guy, though.
They should make him the bad guy based on what you just told me, and then slowly give him a redemption arc. That's what they should do. If he's smart. Joe's version of events is canon.
They should just put a boulder on stage and be done with it.
I like that boulder.
Yeah, but no, the new WWE champion Cody Rhodes, he's got his own podcast.
Big codes.
He is hella charismatic.
I like Uber.
That's really cool, yeah. He's got his own podcast called What Do You Want to Talk About?
It's about wrestling.
Good talk for a podcast, that.
Yeah. And it's really good. He did one where he interviewed his wife, but both of them were a little bit drunk.
Oh.
And it's possibly one of the best podcasts I've ever listened to.
It sounds entertaining.
Yeah. So yeah, go listen to that. Not now. You've recorded, so watch it afterwards.
We have gone well off topic. We're not even on Warhammer anymore.
We were talking about something, but I don't remember what it was.
We were talking about competition and then some. We got onto America.
Oh, America.
Yeah.
America! Yeah, let's go.
I want to go to
Exclamation mark gift.
I want to go to a Waffle House at 2 a.m.
You know you can go before then.
Yeah, but I want to see the fights.
You could just start one.
Nah.
He's not
No,
wrong.
I don't
You
want
could
to
just
get.
start
I don't want to
fight.
get stuck there. You know.
You could just start.
I want the option to be able to not be deported.
Oh, so I can build the little wizard.
Bit
man.
free flight home though, I guess.
Yeah.
I can build the blaster man.
Blast them.
Although I'd like.
You should go to. You need to find some American barbecue food,
Oh.
and you need to find some Southern style cooking.
Somewhere where they wear cowboy hats.
Oh, he's fucking sick.
Yeah, you'll find a lot of that, and it's not like they're doing it for tourism. It's just like a thing they do.
I'd love a cowboy hat. I'd own one if I could. I've dropped.
You can just buy one.
Yeah. I've dropped an arm. Oh, there it is. Found it. We're all good.
Americans in chat, tell us what Joe needs to go and do on his presumably how many meals you got there? Evening meals? You got 4?
More than that.
How many
I think
nights you staying?
It's a 3-day event.
Yeah. With a day aside, so 5 dinners.
Yeah, potentially.
Chat, help us via wonderful comments and lovely postcards. Tell Joe the 5 meals he needs to do when he's in Atlanta.
And none of them is allowed to be Taco Bell.
Yeah, no
you
fast
take away
food that
all
we
the good
have
stuff?
here. Because American fast food is expert level compared to ours. Honestly, Joe.
I want to get some of those. I want to get some American jeans as well.
What, Levi's?
The Sydney
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
I knew where you were
Do they come
going.
with Sydney Sweeney?
Joe, I don't think they'd fit you, mate.
She can wear them.
He's not on about actual trousers.
Right, yeah, okay. I get it.
Poor old Tam's going to get a letter. I'm never coming home.
Yeah. I live here now. I found a goth IHOP.
We'll jump into chat. in a second
IHOP
anyway.
sounds exciting.
You need to go to a proper American diner. You know,
I
the
love-
ones with the shiny chrome.
That looks like a giant metal caravan.
I
Yeah.
fucking loved IHOP, but I also was only ever in there at 3 o'clock in the morning drunk. So it might be why I loved it.
So I never went to an IHOP. I always went to and found myself a proper American diner, a small family-run one, and it was amazing.
All of my
I'm going to say something controversial.
All of my Americanisms come from what I've seen on television.
Have you watched Reacher?
Reacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to find some peach pie, mate.
Yeah. And it's peach cobbler.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Applebee's exists.
It certainly does.
I'm going to say something very controversial, though.
Hopefully not too
On this
controversial.
channel? Unheard of.
Which will possibly divide the audience slightly.
Yeah.
But American breakfast greater than English breakfast.
Oh, no, incorrect.
That's a no.
American breakfast,
You wait.
good.
You wait. You wait till you've got American crispy bacon, syrup-covered pancakes. Honestly.
No, not together.
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
oh, mate, no.
Yes.
Agreed. Now, here's something.
It's like, well, if I have a McDonald's breakfast, the pancakes, they put the sausage thing, I just eat the sausage first on its own.
No.
Here's one for you. Here's the most American, I say American, like Southern American. I was in Carolina, and I was in Georgia, and I had
Did she mind?
I had a fried chicken and apple pie sandwich. And it sounds mental, because I was like, that's the most American thing I've ever seen in my life.
I
And
don't
it was
know,
fucking delicious.
I love what's the brie sandwiches you get at Christmas?
Brie and cranberry.
Yeah.
Again, two different ingredients, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like jam and another thing, isn't it? Like it's got the sweetness.
Yeah, but have you never tried bacon and maple syrup yet, Joe?
Mate, honestly, it'll change your life. I'm telling you. You'll go, English breakfast is the best. You'll eat that and you'll be like, I've changed my mind.
I've had bacon and maple syrup popcorn.
Niche.
That's not something I've ever heard of
Really
before.
nice, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I've never heard of it, though.
I fucking love popcorn.
My uncontroversial opinion is the bacon and maple syrup is good, but when you put it on the pancakes, by the end you're just eating pancake. You should dry
it's
dry
fire.
pancakes.
It's
One
fucking
big
incredible.
pancake. You don't need 5. One pancake, you get the point, and then you have the bacon and maple syrup.
My favourite is to put bacon and maple syrup on top of chocolate chip pancakes for breakfast.
I've had to stop making pancakes for health reasons.
America's not going to help that,
Because
Yeah,
like
you're fucking there, mate.
because every time I make pancakes, it's like a pizza base.
Okay.
You might be using the wrong ingredients.
No, it's just I'm down with the thickness, you know.
I can't find some bits and it's annoying me. And it's likely right in front of my eyes, but these are all little tiny pieces.
I spent 10 minutes looking for a bit as well, so I get that feeling.
Yeah. I think it's right in front of me, but, you know.
As I build
Making Bullgrin makes me a little bit sick, but I kind of know that I have to take them.
Why
Don't
does
you
it
already
make
have
sick?
Bullgrin?
No, I don't have any.
So I'm a person who, if I ever make a guard army, I don't want any abhumans.
Yeah.
Because I like to go, like, this is what the army would look like in the future. However, I don't mind the Bullgrin models. I don't mind. It's not like I don't like the models. It's just I don't want them in my.
Yeah. I like the Rattling models because they look like hobbits.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Rattlings. Like, I think the Bullgrin models are fine. It's just that, like, for me, when I think about it's the classic Ogrin with the big gun,
Yeah.
right? I think they're just
Walk softly.
they're just so much cooler. And like, obviously, like, I wasn't super keen on the original Ogrins, but when they redid them in metal before the plastics, those things were.
They're a weapon, though.
They were absolutely amazing. Yeah, the metal ones, you put them in a sock, and it's basically a prison.
I had the
weapon,
metal
isn't it?
ones originally.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Bullgrins, even for like the army design, because every army, I like an army to have a bit of melee, just a bit. Like my tower has the rampagers.
But I think there's like.
Bullgrins, it just means the army can function a bit better,
Do
doesn't
you
it?
know what the range profile on Ogrin is? I kind of want to make it
18
just,
pretty good.
just for
Yeah.
a meme.
18
right?
inches.
18 inches,
Yeah.
three shots, rapid fire 3.
Yeah, I've
Hitting
seen
on
this.
4s.
Hitting on 4s,
Strength 6.
strength 5,
-1.
-1, 2
damage.
damage.
Yeah.
They're carrying a rapid fire 3 heavy bolter.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah. 3 wounds, toughness 6, but a 5 up save is where it falls
Well, hence
down.
why you want the Bullgrin, because then
Yeah.
you get the invuln save on them, don't you?
But each time this model,
Vulnerable.
each time one of this unit makes a ranged attack that targets the closest eligible target, improve the armor penetration characteristic of the attack by 1. So at 9 inches, they're 6 shots, strength 5, AP 2, damage 2.
It's grim, innit?
I'm still yet to decide
It's quite funny about that.
what actual weapon to put on Fire Dragon Exarchs. I
Fire
think
pikes.
Paddy.
Fire pikes.
Like even outside of rapid fire range, they're still
Oh, yeah, good, decent.
in.
I think Fire Pike because I think it looks cooler, but
It looks cooler and I think is better.
Well, mathematically is better.
Yeah.
Maths.
Against
Maths
specific targets, though, right? Because mathematically, it's not necessarily better against like a strength toughness 4 dude.
Joe, chat's picked up something though. If you get a bunch of Ogrins,
Yeah.
bosh them in a Stormlord, just drive around, just rapid fire
Open
it
top,
out there.
yeah. Because you
That's genius.
You
That's a Joe thing to do.
because you rapid fire range from the hull.
Yeah,
I think I'm going mad.
Have you lost a bit?
Bits number 156 and 157 don't seem to exist.
And if they do, they're not next to each other.
I mean, I have got a Stormlord at home.
you should do it.
Of course you have.
I just need to paint it. I'd say if chat's happy to fund it, 18 Ogrins in Stormlords.
Well, the members have stopped. We still
Beachhead,
got to fucking fund your flight, mate. So
Yeah. We do have to put you. What movie are you going to watch in the sky, Joe?
Airplane, I guess.
Well, he won't be under UK's fucking strict internet laws anymore, so he'll just be on the hub the whole time.
Unfortunately, I don't think they offer the adult package.
Starmer will be on the plane, won't he? He's the air marshal. It's just, not till you're on the ground.
Honestly, I think these bits just don't exist.
I think, I don't know.
The numbers are wrong.
What bits do you want for like your airplane meal as well, Joe? It's got you get like a proper meal. You have a little map. You've got quite a comfy seat.
A map?
Yeah, you can see where you are the whole time.
Oh.
Mate, you're gonna love it. I'm excited for you.
The fucking numbers are wrong, as if.
The fucking numbers. Gladys.
Oh, you
I don't know, like, every time I've been like I haven't been on a plane since I was 18, but like we used to go to like Greece all the time,
Yeah.
you know, and that was about it, really.
The fucking numbers are
Yeah.
wrong.
I have to see what film's out around that time.
They tend to have like all the new releases as well.
Yeah.
As if the numbers are wrong. What are your thoughts on a 14 War Dog list?
Get the bin.
I hate it, but only because you played against it. The problem with the War Dogs, they all have the indirect as well.
I
So
hope.
it's 14 indirect firing War Dogs, and
Can
it's
you do
really
14
annoying.
War Dogs? Oh, because it's War Dogs, it's Chaos, isn't it?
Yeah, they're the
Can
Chaos
still.
ones
I
because
think-
you've got like the 4 variants, don't you?
I think that anyone that runs 14 War
This
Dogs.
is going to be a hot take, by the way.
This is about to
Strap
be
in.
spicy.
I hope that your lifetime hero that you adore sees it and then spits on you with shit,
What if you're into that?
right?
So the problem is, chat,
If you want that, right?
to the one individual asking about this, by the way, the issue is that people have been touched in their dark places by many War Dogs or Hellven and
like-
Armiger spam in the past.
Yeah, no one's going to be happy to see you. All right? They'll do the pairing, your opponent will look at the list, and they'll immediately judge you. You could be, right? You could be
Joe
Samuel
levels
Jackson,
is nice. Yeah.
right? You could be Ryan Reynolds, you know,
Oh, I love Ryan Reynolds.
right? Someone sees that list, they're immediately not going to like you before you've even got to the table. Because they're going to go, this is going to be an awful game. I'm probably going to lose. I don't want to be here, right? Because it is a really good list that you'll probably win with, right? There's no arguing that. I'm not saying that list is bad. What I'm saying is that people will judge you.
Joe specifically will judge you.
I will, yeah.
Yeah, it's not much fun to play into.
Yeah, it's just that's the problem, right? So it's like I said that when the Death Guard book came out, I felt really sorry for Death Guard players that have been playing Death Guard since 8th edition, since that first box set came out, right? Because they've had some highs and some lows, and they had a real shit start to 10th edition.
Oh yeah.
Right, and you could have a golden demon level Death Guard army, right? But they see the pairings now at an event, and they're like, oh.
Do you think that's still the case after the points changes?
I think it'll still be the same.
I think it'll be the case until those Death Shroud Terminators have something done about them.
They've had points increases.
Something meaningful.
Only 10 points.
20 per 3, 40 per, isn't it?
No, 20 and 20.
Is it 20 and 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But it's also plus the Lord of Contagion.
yeah, so the
or
Lord of
Virulence.
Contagion, I think, went up 10.
Yeah.
So they've kind of, instead of attacking individual units, they've kind of gone across the army as a whole.
Which
I
is a
think
good way to do it.
Which I think is the better way of doing it. But right, so you're losing 200 points of your army, but I think the army is still so efficient. If ran by good players, it will still be really, really good. But Chaos Knight's losing a big knight.
I'm a tax man, so I'm used to people judging me. Yeah, fair enough. Brilliant. Right, I'm going to jump into you wonderful people in chat, actually, because otherwise we might run out of time, because I know we will end up talking about things that you message in. There's a fair amount. Where are we? 5, 6, 11, 16, 26, 27, 37, 38 members, Joe.
Building Ogryns, it's nice to know that my body shape is represented.
Yeah. With 38 members so far, chat, we've got 2 to get to 40, because that's how maths works. Thank you, Kazarian, for the $10. Like these changes, don't think they go far enough. Might be Thousand Sons in ascendancy if they are, though, or joining the other 3. Also, Paddy in studio, but off camera is a choice. Handsome bastard.
Well, we don't want to be outshone. That's the
Well,
problem.
I gave him the choice to be on camera, and he was like, "No, so I have to."
Yeah, I think Thousand Sons basically are an army that if they have any points drops, they're the next problem. I think.
Well,
because their mortal wound output is cray cray.
Thousand Sons are also classically, as they have all edition, have just been like just one below utterly busted.
Yeah.
And then when the busted stuff gets fixed, Thousand Sons often are like, hello, I do a bazillion mortal wounds, but also their design space is quite limited because they're such glass cannons. They are very prone to just being pointed into oblivion.
I really like the concept of mortal wounds.
Yeah.
I really hate the application.
It's too much. There are too many mortal wounds.
Far too many of them. So they're nowhere near as impressive anymore. And what I find a lot of people do in tournament builds is they go, how can I get maximum mortal wounds out my army?
30 swooping hawks.
Because I don't know.
No.
But you can. But that is an answer to your immediate question.
It's not maximum, but it is some.
Yeah.
It's not 10 stern guard. You know, it's not my chosen method of deleting units, but it's up there.
But I don't like that as a concept.
Yeah,
I don't
agreed.
like that. How can I get maximum mortal wounds just so that I can do damage that my opponent flat can't stop or do anything about or roll saves against? Now, obviously, there is the answer to mortal wounds, which is field paints. And Games Workshop have lately been working, I think, to remove a lot of the field paints, which I think is a good step.
Yeah.
But I think to get that balance right, you also have to then remove the amount of mortal wounds that can be done.
Yeah, because the problem is that you're reducing survivability, but not killing.
Yeah.
The killing ability. And it's just Thousand Sons are the oppressive one.
And this less lethal edition is typically and famously very fucking lethal.
Yeah.
I spent the last few nights trying to figure out how to make my Raven Guard competitive. Because I've done
Marines.
you play Gladius, right?
Yeah.
We practiced that with your Black Templars, mate.
Yeah. But
he's not going to let you live.
But I was looking at my Raven Guard build. I'm like, the best way to make this army sing is I just mortal wound you to death.
Yeah.
Right.
But then we're back into 9th edition.
Yeah, because because Raven Guard, if you've got Shrike, they make them OC2 on Assault Intercessors with jump packs, right?
Oh yeah, and you just charge mortals the entire time.
Yeah, so you take 30 of them. And a character in each. So every unit that charges you roll 11 dice, and every 4+ just does a mortal wound with no cap.
It's quite a lot in it.
And then you've got grenades as well.
Remember this when you all say that you think Joe's your favourite.
And in Gladius,
and then you put Stern Guard in there as well.
Yeah, then you take 3 units of Stern Guard.
And yet I'm the one who gets shade thrown for being.
But I'm not running those lists, though, am I? That's
only because you don't own it.
Yeah. You know, but this is like I'm talking about the extreme ends for people that do want to kind of run insane shit that wins, right?
Basically proving that it can be obnoxiously horrible to play against.
Yeah,
Do
like
you remember 9th edition Thousand Suns when I used to run those with like the carefully constructed 8 gazillion mortal wounds?
yeah, I wasn't super jazzed about that.
I loved it.
So it's okay as long as you're the one doing it, Joe, is what we're saying.
Only Joe may
Yeah,
dance.
because my enjoyment only flows one way.
Right, cool. As long as we're clear. As long as we're
Like
clear.
I played a really lovely guy, Terence. On
Was
the
his brother
weekend.
called Philip?
No, but I hope he should have a son called Philip. I think, and he ran Thousand
Does he live at
Suns.
home with both parents?
Yeah, and he was running the triple wizard lizard with.
I love a wizard lizard.
And I killed 2 of the wizard lizards, right, very quickly. And I don't
Alright,
feel
no need
like
to
I
boast.
hurt his army at all, because they're like, that unit there is dead, right? And then this unit's going to shoot that unit's now dead, and this unit's going to shoot that unit, is now dead. And I'm like, so like, I feel like I've netted 0 on killing anything in the Thousand Suns army. He ran it really, really well, and that's why he beat me.
Did he have the
Wizard
triple
lizards.
sorcerers?
Wizard Lizard
Oh yeah,
might
the
be...
Sorcerers of Death.
Wizard Lizard might be the best name for a unit you've ever come up with, by the way.
Wizard lizard is
It is,
amazing.
in fact, my favourite.
Joe, I need to see that list. It sounds really interesting. Was it triple sorcerers with thingies, Magnus, wizard lizard, and then like some Zangor shapes, some Zangor.
The Zangor,
boatmen?
the units, it had 2 units of 6 Zangor with the bows.
Yeah, did he
with a
have
sorcerer
the
in
sorcerers
each.
in there? Yeah.
Yeah, and then he had 1 unit of 3.
Just out of the backfield.
Just like a random
Also, Paddy, for
screening
reference,
unit.
is Magnus.
Magnus the Mighty Goose.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
Magnus, it's Magnus, all right?
And
I'll allow it.
so yeah, it was a really good list. And
Is it the only one that beat you?
It's the one that beat me. I had an insane moment where I thought that I'd be able to make multiple charges onto a unit, and I
Yeah.
failed one without a reroll. And basically, it was my Emperor's Champion with his Assaulters just stood in the middle of a shooting gallery.
That's a problem, Joe.
and he's like, kill me. Because if I'd made the charge, I would have been in a much better position. It would have been a much closer game. But because
Famously.
this absolutely devastating close combat monster was just waving his ass in the wind, it was,
A common problem for close combat monsters.
yeah. Don't do that.
yeah.
Booers, thank you for the $10. As an Imperial Knight player, these points costs just make list building a bit awkward points-wise.
Yeah.
Army-wide Feel No Pain is still strong. Rules changes I expect with Codex, not data slate, so no real change. I think the Feel No
Agreed.
Pain is... we talked about this actually a little bit before the show. I think the Feel No Pain for Knights is one of the bigger problems. What's interesting is I don't think the 6-up Feel No Pain is that much of a problem. It's still strong.
It's not because they've historically had a 6-up Feel No Pain for a lot of editions.
It's still strong. 6-up Feel No Pain is still strong, but for some reason, when you roll it on a 6 versus a 5, it significantly less feels bad. The second that goes to a 5-up, it's a lot more feels bad. And I know there is obviously a significant change in the percentage likelihood of it happening, 1 in 6 to 1 in 3, but still, for some reason, a 5-up Feel No Pain on a Knight is a feels bad, and a 6-up is not that much of a... I come up against a Knight player with a 6-up Feel No Pain, I'm like, cool, he's got a Feel No Pain. I come up against one with a 5-up, and I'm like, for fuck's sake.
I was hoping to see this quick fix update come with a removal of the 5-up. Just give them something else. You
But
know?
they've got to have a Codex at some point in the near future, surely. At that point, maybe we will see a removal. Who knows?
It needs to, because
Because a lot of the other, as you pointed out, a lot of the other books that had lots of Feel No Pains have lost a lot of them.
yeah.
So it's possible.
The only army now that really have access to decent Feel No Pain is Necrons and
I played Necrons at the weekend. My
Necrons
God,
on
those things.
all of those Wraiths. Just 5-up, isn't it?
Yeah.
On 3
4-up
units.
involved, 5-up Feel No Pain, and then they just come back.
Yeah, and they come. And I'm like, cool. All the work I've done is literally
Yeah,
useless.
Necrons can get in the bin.
Although I did find that when I played Andy, I was like, if I just precision out all of the cryptex, this becomes a lot easier unit to deal with.
That was my first game this weekend where
Yeah.
I just yeeted myself into the backfield with a turn 1 charge and precisioned out all of the characters.
Yeah.
But then in that detachment, it's like, oh, they just come back with 4 wounds and they're back in the squad. I was like,
Yeah,
class,
but only.
I wasted loads.
I think if you kill, if you can precision out multiple,
That's
you
what
can
I
only
did.
do it on
Yeah.
on the one. There we go. Three
what I did,
three
my man.
Oggos done.
Oggos.
Oggos, you mean Bullows?
Oggos. They're Boggos, I guess, aren't they? Not Oggos. And they're very big.
Luckily.
I love the
I
thing.
mean, they are Bullgrins.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be big.
Otherwise, they'd be called calf
Yeah,
grins.
I need to pick up another unit of Cassakin.
You've got 30.
Yeah, but I need melter guns.
Just
I've got
Do
hot
some
shot
cutting
volley
and gluing.
guns and plasma.
You've got your 10th edition is the year of melter for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is though,
Melter.
the hot shot volley guns are cool, but when you've got sustained hit melter guns, much better.
Alex Matthews makes a good point in the chat, and I really enjoy this. The idea of, instead of fixing with points, all knights have the Emperor's Champion treatment. Big knights are, you can take one, it's not an epic hero, but you can still give enhancements, but you can only have one of each epic, of like each Forge World knight.
Yeah.
Because that way you can't just be like, 3 Atropos, I
Yeah.
win. Then you could have, and it would look quite cool. You've got 1 Paladin, 1 Errant, 1 Crusader, 1 Gallant, but you haven't got 3 of the good ones spam.
Yeah, I like that. Also, a note of the Emperor's Champion, right? I played 5 games in a row
Lucky.
with him, right? Every single time I activated his once per game mortal wound ability.
Yeah.
Never rolled it. Never rolled a fucking 5. Every single time with re-rolls, run into stuff because he wounds most stuff in the game on 4s with the +1 to like the big stuff.
Yeah, because you've given him the honor vehement.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So most characters like infantry characters you wound on 2s. All the big things you basically wound on 4s. Every time I went to roll to wound, it was 4s. And if I could wound it on a 3, it'd be 3, no 5s. And I'm like.
Oh, you just never wound on your crit 5s?
Yeah, he just never did the devastating
Poor
wounds.
Joe.
And that was just disappointing rolling because like on paper he absolutely murders.
Yeah.
Murder.
Murder.
Also, one thing I like about Bullgrins is that each sprue is just one Bullgrin.
That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like one Bullgrin.
What is that?
Just the one Bullgrin, actually.
Because it means you don't have to worry so much about this. Apart from the actual arms themselves.
I know people that don't use instructions at all for building kits, and that triggers me.
No, that's insane.
It's mental, isn't it?
Until it's like I'll build a rhino without instructions.
Nope.
Because I built 1,000 of them.
Yeah, like the Heresy Rhinos, no instructions needed anymore.
Yeah.
And these kits are fucking horrible to build.
Yeah.
But
I'm in instructions all the way, man, me.
it slows you down. Although when I built the Saturnine Terminators, those can get in the bin.
Yeah? They're not fun.
They're horrible.
Really?
It basically took me an 8-hour day to build
One.
the 6 Terminators, the Lord, and the Dreadnought.
I mean, that's probably still a lot faster than I would have done it.
That sounds pretty arduous.
And it was tedious. It was horrible.
So to summarise, you didn't enjoy it.
No. Beautiful models once built and painted. Stunning models, but just not nice to build. There was no joy there.
Was there joy to paint them at least?
Oh, lovely to paint.
Yeah?
Lovely to paint.
Okay.
It's just the building part of them is horrible. But I've noticed that a lot out of a lot of kits recently. And I talked to Josh, Mr. the War Hipster, a lot, and he's building a lot of kits that like we've not been sent. And he's like, I hate it. But he doesn't like building models in general.
That is quite hipster
He wants
of
to
him.
pay someone to build models for him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, we do a weekly stream. Sponsored by War Hipster.
Yeah, but we wouldn't be able to build the stuff on the stream that he needs to get built.
Oh, that's the him problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd have to build them in secret.
Well, you could do this stream, but with a cardboard box in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blurred out fucking hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you building? Yes.
Yeah. But that'd be, yeah, I like it.
Thank you, Sea Breezy, for 5 gifted memberships.
Sea Breezy, I hope that you are given a £100 Greg's gift card.
Oh. Decent.
There's been a fair amount of Greg's hopes lately. Have you been to Greg's recently, Joe?
No, I haven't. I really want a Greg's. That's the problem, I think.
Oh, they're
Should
not
we get?
good.
Should we get Deliveroo? So you could have a lukewarm sausage roll.
I absolutely adore Greg's.
That's the same as
food.
coming out of the shop then.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, exactly. Right.
Do you know, Greg's is soon to be the #1 fast food chain in England.
Is it?
Yeah,
I can believe that.
and
It's not KFC though, is it?
it's not the other takeaways, but it's just taking over everyone else because they're just better. I think they're cheaper,
They're not. It's shit.
but you're just a snob though. That's the problem, Liam.
It's not. I'm not a snob.
You are a snob.
Greg's is lukewarm shite.
Delicious shite. Oh no! Oh.
If I was a snob, I wouldn't be sat going, fucking love a KFC, would I?
I do love a KFC.
I mean, I love a KFC as well, but it's just not Greg's. I mean,
Really, you'd put KFC in front of...
You put Greg's over KFC?
Right, if you were saying now, I'll buy you a Greg's or a KFC, I'll have the KFC.
Well, so there you go then.
So what on earth are you talking about?
But if I had to buy it myself, I'd buy Greg's. It's cheaper.
Is it... Joe, you're mental sometimes.
Thank you, Paddy.
But sometimes I don't want chicken. Sometimes I just want to eat.
What's wrong with you?
Sometimes we have these conversations, even on stream, and he looks at me like I'm the weird one, and I always like it when another person's here, like you or Tom, so you can just be like, no, Joe, you're
Yeah,
Tom.
but I've discovered that no matter what I say, Paddy and Tom will just agree with whatever you say. Just
I
to
think
be
that's true.
Not
I don't
necessarily,
think that's
mate.
true. I don't think it's just to be controversial.
You're just
I
like,
think it's
no one ever agrees with me.
No,
on this
including
channel.
chat as well. So think about it.
Well, sort of lives out. Just be better. All right. Right. So so the only reason I need this instruction manual is because I need to know which arms, because there's just wild numbering. Wild.
It's an old kit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, thank you, Ian, for the 5 CB. Thank you, Sir Galahad of the Grail Hunter, for the $10. You legend. He says, I thought Deep Strike within 6.3 wasn't a thing anymore. Have I been away that long? Is it back to Deep Strike X and Charge, or is it completely different? So, it was always Deep Strike 9 to charge. Anything closer, it always had a stipulation that says you couldn't charge. And recently, they've started bringing out new rules that say you can Deep Strike within X, but remove the restriction from charging, right? Famously, when Death Guard were launched, I think it was Deep Strike within 6 and can charge. And when Demons came out with their index, or was it World Eaters?
It's the World Eaters
drop
Demon
within
kit,
3
right?
in charge.
Yeah.
That's gone away now to be 6 inches, much to Tom's disappointment. Because no matter how much you think the team is super friendly, they like to abuse the shit out of rules for tournaments. So some units we were like, hang on, this doesn't have the restrictions. Does that mean you can charge? And Gaze Virtual basically like, yes. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, it's a bone of contention for a lot of people though, because I don't think Deep Strike within 6 and charge is a problem if the unit that's doing it is a glass cannon and a quick trade. I think if it's a unit that's a stupid turf to 7, 4 wound terminators with a 2-up, 4-up, and potentially a feel no pain, and they get back up and they don't die and they just never, that becomes a problem.
I don't even think it should be allowed on a glass cannon. I think it should only be allowed on like a light trading piece. Like striking scorpions or assault intercessors or something like that goes in, can do a bit of damage, but isn't going to body something.
You don't want to let me do it on my 30 Banshees?
No.
Oh, why?
Or Death Company, for example.
But 30 Banshees is not very... it's going to trade.
Well.
It's going to die.
Yeah, I guess it just sort of forces the game into a different position, doesn't it?
How does this arm go on then?
The wrong bloody one.
Jeremy
52.
Blankenship agrees. Well done. Deathwing Knights, 3-inch, 6-inch deep striking. Prob's not.
Yeah. But it's like...
In World According to Me, which is not a world that actually exists.
Well, what we're faced with is that Death Guard, when that book came out, even though they're restricted to a 6-inch one, they could Deep Strike 3 away, couldn't they, in charge? I think the rules is written in the book is a
that's
3-inch charge.
that's like a FAQ.
Yeah.
That all 6-inch things are 3-inch.
All 3 inches
3-inch
are now
things are
6
6 inches.
Yeah, that's
which
like
made
that.
Joe and Dempsey very happy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 3-inch things are actually 6 inches. I
Yeah.
don't care what you say.
Yeah. Yeah. Ignore the tape measure.
Right.
He's a cool little wizard. I like him.
Is he a wizard lizard? That's
He's
the real
no, he's not a
question.
lizard. He's an Eldar. Joe, little cool little Eldar wizard.
All Tyrannids can do it. They can't. They 6-inch come out of the holes in subterranean assault.
So what's interesting, right, is the Trigon's native rule is it can deep strike 6 inches away, but it can't charge.
Yeah.
But the rule for the subterranean thing is that when you deep strike a unit, a tunneler unit, you put a token, a whole token, within 6 inches, 3 inches away from enemy units. and then you can get out of the hole wholly within 9 inches outside of 6 and then charge.
See what they did there.
So there are many steps required to get there, but the Trigon can come 9 inches away, put the hole 3 inches away from it to create a larger circle to get the 6 inch charge away. But yeah, you have to put a lot in reserve as well. I was trying to write a list that was triple Trigon, triple Norn.
Wow.
And there's an enhancement. Basically, you start the Norns on the table, and there's a Warlord trait where you can remove 3 units from the table.
Yeah.
And put them into reserve. But it gets quite points hungry at that point.
You're quite points hungry.
Yeah. But I do think that even if you're not building, like obviously you build that detachment into burrowing, but there's an argument for it's just the best Tyrannid detachment because of the native reroll ones to hit.
Yeah, that is a strong argument.
And it's very, very good.
You're very, very good.
And a lot of Tyrannid units are just very, very good when they get to deploy 6 inches away. But let's be honest, that detachment's not setting the world on fire. I don't know what the win rate on Tyrannids even is at the moment.
Well, thankfully we have Paddy.
I will look for you, Joe. Tyrannids are a 48% win rate. It's just refreshed on me, so do a little dance, keep everyone entertained. Subterranean Assault specifically, as I open the thing, is a 51% win rate.
Ah, so it's
perfect,
it's
mate.
in the gold.
Absolutely
but
perfect.
other Tyrannids ones are
less good.
Less good.
Some are better, some are worse.
I still think that
Actually, none are better.
I think-
Subsea is the best.
I think Invasion Fleet's still very, very good, but because it's the only detachment in that book that gives you a feel no pain.
Invasion Fleet, 48%.
Yeah.
The Warrior Bioform, 50%.
So Invasion Fleet statistically worse than Subterranean Assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't need a feel no pain if you're just in
Inside
their if you're just
opponent, yeah.
in their lines killing them.
Yeah.
It turns out.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who did know?
I do. My favourite thing is bringing old One Eye and 2 Carnifexes out.
No, I don't
charging.
like it, Joe.
It's.
I've played you when you do it, and I don't like it at all.
I very nearly swapped out for that army before this tournament. But then
The entournament.
The entournament. But I don't think I would have got favourite player.
No.
As you go, turn 2, have 2,000 points of Tyranids inside.
Unless your opponent's like, I have infiltrators, and you're like, well, I don't have an army rule.
Yeah, well, I guess I lose then, I suppose.
Absolute rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gareth, for the $20. I don't mind nerf adjustments or buffs coming in a wave 1 points and wave 2 rules rather than both at once, as it lets them measure the effect better rather than pile driving unit into uselessness. I think they've done that a few times, haven't they? Or at least I felt like they've done it a few times where they've just gone, here's a points increase and we're changing the rules. And I look at it sometimes and I think, did you need that level of...
It's like a double nerf, and then they just become double shit.
The patented GW triple nerf.
And you go away from like you've done a fix to you've absolutely obliterated this unit. Now I can't use it, and that's when I think that they open themselves up to a lot of criticism because it gets to a point where you're like, well, this unit's now unusable. I'm so glad I've bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want your units to go from like game-breakingly busted to good and balanced.
Yeah.
Not must take, never take.
I do take a sick joy though, out of when they do
Other people suffering.
When they do a points adjustment, like they did the points adjustment yesterday. All the Death Guard, all the Chaos Knight, all the Imperial Knight armies just on eBay immediately.
Yeah,
this
that
army's
is quite
dead
funny.
now. Well, so it's not dead. It's just
Oh,
more
mate.
fun to play against.
If there's one thing 40k players love, it's a fucking overreaction.
It's just like this game. I saw a couple people on the Death Guard go, army's unplayable now. I'm like,
Is it?
is it? Or are you just shit?
Yeah. Honestly, now's the time to pick up a Chaos Imperial Knight army or a Death Guard
Yeah,
army.
if you were thinking about buying a fully painted Death Guard army, now is the time.
Probably the type of people who are going to rage quit sell them, it's probably painted entirely of streaking grime.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
do-
They won't be good painted armies because the people selling them are just there because they just want to win.
I do agree, though. I do like staged changes. It's the old change management process, isn't
Yeah.
it? If you make multiple changes at once, it's very hard to measure which one's been successful and which one hasn't. And so I do think that doing a quick fix when you know there's a problem, seeing how it levels out, so when you get to the balanced data slate, because it's all digital releases anyway, you can go, okay, it's done enough, so now we can maybe do a little bit of a tweak rather than we do a major tweak.
Yeah.
With rules.
Is he someone in the army?
I would also always rather.
Paddy got grunt. I got grunt out of Paddy. That makes me
I would
happy.
also always rather see points changes over rules changes if possible.
Yeah.
Because it means that your codex is not null and void on day one. And I much prefer points changes. Sometimes you need a rules change. Sometimes no matter what you do with points, there's going to be either definitely broken or unusable, and so you have to put a points change in to balance it out.
Nothing makes me more sad than an army that I collect coming out and being broken as shit on release, because you're just in for this horrible whiplash wild ride for the rest of the edition.
Yeah, and having to apologise every time you turn to the tournament and justify yourself.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember when Bridgehead Assault was absolutely busted?
Oh, it was mental.
I played a lad at Beachhead who was running. I played two tactical brigades and one Bridgehead Assault. And the lad I played with Bridgehead Assault, lovely bloke, only ever played Guard, only ever played Scions.
Yeah.
And he was just like, now's my time in the sun, boys. Like, I've got it. And I couldn't
gonna
begrudge
delete
him
you
that.
now.
Because I was like, your army's beautiful. It's entirely Scions. Like, I can totally believe that you've had this for ages. Because it's not a whiplash reaction and you've got some airbrush dudes.
Yeah.
I couldn't begrudge him.
What's mental is that like I have all the Scions to do that army.
Yeah.
But
Not built, painted, or owned.
Oh no, built, just not painted. It's all in my garage. And I was just like, I mean, I could take it, but I just don't want to be that guy. You know, I'm quite happy in this newfound realm that I seem to have fallen into of winning awards for just being nice. I think that's where I want to live from now on.
It still surprises me.
Yeah.
I really want to go into one of these entoyment events that runs this, and it just, especially with like painting and stuff being in there, it sounds real good.
So Paddy, I did say on the stream on Tuesday, right, and we have witnesses, and it's recorded into it. I said that if you went, you'd be the one winning it. So.
That's not. Normally, I think you just throw shade at me when I'm not there.
The thing is, I did also say that I've discovered the thing that triggers you the most,
which
and now
is?
I just do it every once in a while. Every once in a while, like Paddy just collects stray shots in the group chat, and I'll turn anything into Paddy's a cheesy gamey dude.
The thing is, you've discovered this recently. I've known it for years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because when Paddy and I started to get to know each other years ago, when I was running events at Factorum, every game he had,
it was so annoying.
every game he had, I'd walk up to the table, and the opponent didn't know him. I'd be like, just keep an eye on this one because he's fucking gamey. And he'd be like, I'm not. And he'd protest so hard that it was believable that he was.
But it's like,
that was so annoying.
I think the lady does protest too much.
Every fucking game as well. And every time the game would start and he's explaining his army list to his opponent, he'd just see me wander over casually.
I'd start just preempting it.
And I'd be like, if you have any dramas, just give me a shout because I get called to his table a lot.
But now I just like it. We could be talking about like cheese sandwiches, and I'm like, cheese, gold, custodes, fuck Paddy.
But Paddy and his entirely busted army.
Yeah,
that's got a 45% win rate.
Yeah, the problem is is that the weird thing about the weird thing about competitive play and the numbers websites, right, is it's entirely skewed by who's playing those armies, right? And when an army gets good, competitive people that just want to win naturally just gravitate to that army, which then inflates their win ratio, right? Because like I think Custodes is actually a very well-rounded, balanced army.
Yeah,
but high-end competitive players don't use it because there's better, more broken armies.
But counterpoint to what you're saying, when the level of competitive players gravitate towards a broken force and improves their win rate, they are still hampered by the fact that the narrative people that have always loved that army, no matter how good the army is, will still be playing it and losing.
That's why the night win ratio is lower than what it probably should be.
Or competitive players who think they're really good but are rubbish also gravitate towards the army and still go 2 and 3.
Yeah.
They will also bring down the busted factions because they're the ones that mean they have the defeats
that's what I'm saying. Like the win ratio is not as high as it probably should be.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because the mid-table warriors jump in there and ruin it.
But then you could argue that actually it's exactly where it should be, because not everybody that plays is a top-line player. So if you only balanced codexes based on top-level players, people that are mid or poor-level players are going to have a shit time. So you actually need the data from every type of player so that you can balance it in a way that every type of player can enjoy it.
Which basically shows the balancing nightmare that Games Workshop has to
Oh,
go through.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
feel for their balance team, man. Like, that is a hard and often thankless job.
Yeah, because there is no winning, right?
Yeah, agreed.
Because when an army book comes out balanced, well-rounded, I think the Templars book is a very good, well-rounded book, and it plays really well. I've gone from playing Blood Angels, generic Space Marines, Dark Angels, now to Templars. It's the one I have the most amount of fun with, and I think my opponents enjoy playing against it more, and I think it's really good. But Black Templars players aren't happy with it because the entire army's not got a 6-up Feel No Pain, and you've got 2 murder units that just bang out a million attacks at damage 3 with a 5-up Feel No Pain. So you just can't win.
Yeah.
Right? And a book comes out broken, all the original Death Guard players are super happy about it. People who thought about playing Death Guard are super happy about it, but the people who have to play against it are all miserable and hate you.
Yeah,
Right?
reasonable.
And then when it gets balanced, the people that don't play Death Guard are happy, but the people that do play Death Guard are unhappy. That someone's always going to be attacking against like the rules writing team, right? And it is a struggle. I feel for them.
I don't disagree with you.
There's no winning, you know.
Thank you, Sir Galahad, for $5 more. He says, I'm just glad the changes are points only. Changing points and rules is stupid as you cannot fully understand what the issues were. I mean, this is change management 101, right? If you change multiple things at once, it is near impossible to find out what had the positive impact. You can make 3 changes to a thing, and you can have 2 positive, 1 negative. So 1 negative, 1 positive then cancel each other out, so you don't know which one's doing the work. And so actually you could remove 2 changes to remove complication and only have one change and have the same net result.
Do you remember they did it with Votan, right? Where Votan were doing really, really bad. So the entire Votan army dropped like 300 points. And then they got the 3 additional grudge tokens.
Yeah.
So you get like a third more army, but you also get, well, not third, a quarter of an army, right? Or 6th, or whatever, maths. Fuck it, right? Well, you get 300 points, right?
Spectacular,
you basically get
Jay.
2 additional units, but you also get, but all your entire army now gets +1 to hit and wound, right?
Yeah.
And Votan went from like a 30% win rate to like a 70% win rate in a weekend. And it was like bonkers. It was like, why didn't they just change the points and not the rules?
We just saw Joe Maths live there, chat, as well.
Yeah.
I hope you appreciate that.
Yeah. Maybe that's the lesson that's caused this.
Yeah. Yeah, see how
I think change points, see how it lies for a month, and then maybe tweak rules is the right way of doing it.
Yeah.
And again, I would always rather change points first, unless you physically can't achieve the balance you want.
They did say in the past, though, that they don't want every 3 months to change rules and points. They're always like, we want one update is points, the next update is rules, the next update is points, the next one is rules. But unfortunately, a lot of the codexes that have come out, and that's not the current rules team. It's like that's just a hangover from the old rules team from the start of the edition, which is a bit fucking wild. Like they couldn't implement what they wanted to implement because the game was so all over the place. But I think now we're starting to see the influence of the new rules team kick in.
We've certainly seen the influence, and I think it's a really positive influence.
I think since the start of the year, we've had a lot less shocking releases.
Yeah.
Than we have.
I'm actually quite positive about 11th edition now.
Right? I don't want to be, only because I was wildly positive about this edition and I got made to look a bit of a knob.
Yeah, but the thing is though, the start of the edition was garbage, right? But I would argue that where we are now is the most fun I've had in Warhammer.
Agreed.
Right?
Yeah, and this is where, with 11th, what I would like to, this goes back to what I was saying before. With 11th, what I would like to see, take your 154 million page clarification document FAQ and rules fucking updates, take your rule book, smush them together into something that isn't 80 million pages and all over the place and is competent and has, like, turn it into the AOS rule book whereby I've got a question, I don't know how to figure it out, and it tells you how to sort the problem, and then go, couple of tweaks, remove some dev wounds, tone some things down, like literal tweaks, and go, there you go, we've just refined the rules and made a couple of changes, and we've changed a couple of, we've added some universal stratagems, we've added some universal rules. Perfect.
Yeah.
I think then just do that. If they go wild changes and actually we still need a big effort, like that's when I'm like, you haven't fixed the problem.
I think the new rule book will just be a combining of the fixes they've done so far.
I hope so.
We talk about. Oh, sorry. I'll
say, if you could, this could go to chat actually as well. If you could have one new universal strat added to the game, what would it be?
Ones are sixes and sixes are ones.
What did you say? Ones and sixes and sixes are ones?
Yeah. For your opponent for one phase.
That's a Zinch spell.
Yeah. Ooh, Zinch.
I'd like to change tank shock.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
To include monsters.
Yeah.
Call it crushing impact. Include monsters.
Yeah. I'd be happy with, as a Tyrannid player that doesn't have tank shock or grenade.
Yeah. Crushing impact, include monsters. So I'd like that one. What else would I do?
So that's not a new one. That's just a change.
No, that's a tweak.
But yeah, I have one.
Go on.
That is a new stratagem already added into the game, but I want to make it universal.
Yeah.
And that is in the Death Guard book, where if a character, his bodyguard unit dies, you spend a CP and he can join a new unit. Obviously, he can only join units that he can.
Custodies have that as well.
He's allowed to. Do they?
Yeah, the custodies.
That should be a universal
It should be a universal strat.
Yeah. One CP reattached to a new unit that you can attach to.
There's so many times where Abaddon's bodyguard unit dies and he just stood there like, hello, I'm in danger.
Another unit terminates next to him like, I can't join you.
Can't join you. I'd love to, but I can't. You know.
Or sorry, Chief.
Or like having because that fixes a lot of the issues of like when this character is leading a unit. Because that rule needs to go in general. They should just have the rule.
So that's an 11th edition change I would make. I would remove the when leading a unit stipulation.
Yeah. But if they keep it in, having an ability to then join a new unit.
I mean, to be honest with you, Joe,
that should just be a rule.
I'd do both.
Yeah.
I would do both. I would remove the when leading a unit restriction because I hate it. I hate that a character, like Khan, for example, just gets worse when all his mates are dead. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
So I would remove that altogether.
And it's also balanced in the fact that you can just shoot them.
It's like a Space Marine Librarian, when he's part of a unit, gives the entire unit a 4-up invuln.
Against psychic attacks?
No, just a 4-up invuln flat,
yeah.
But he also gives them a feel no pain versus psychic attacks.
Yeah.
The moment his unit dies, he gets so depressed he can't defend himself.
Or the Judicia who has the turn back time device and then he just like loses it when his mates die.
Yeah.
Fred was carrying that.
Yeah. Big Keith, the squad sergeant's got it and now he's gone.
Yeah, I just think
he's gone.
A universal rule should just be a character can just join a new unit, but only if there's space for him.
Yeah.
If you move within engagement range of that unit in your movement phase, you can reattack. I would sort of
for one CP though, right?
So what I would have is that you can't choose to leave a unit, right?
Like seventh.
But if your unit's dead, you can join an empty unit. I think that should just be a general rule. It shouldn't be a stratagem because he's a
universal stratagem.
So spending a command point is basically like him asking permission to join them. Oh, can I come walk
Can I play, boys?
Yeah. He's like, I'm in charge. I'm coming with you, fucks. Right? That's I think that should just be a thing.
And you could call the stratagem "Make me a brew."
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah. Or you're my bitch now.
I love that. I would like to hear what other people have for universal strats if they would like to add one.
Yeah. What would you do, Paddy, as well?
I'd also like to climb above 40 for Wireless Gifted Membership chat. I think we're at 45 actually now. I think I'm lying to you.
But, got one more ball grin left to go. You get loads of spares. I might have a spare Ogrin body at home actually.
Have you glued those shields on?
I could make Nork Dead Og, yeah.
You lunatic.
Why?
That'll make painting harder.
No. Because they're fucking massive.
Fucking huge.
Yeah. If they were small, if their shields were a lot tighter in, then I probably would have done them separate. But I also don't like. I nearly bought Eldar to build this stream, but I didn't. I hate building sub-assemblies here and then having to like
So what this is
travel them.
Bluetack.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah, but no,
I
but
don't like it.
This is why all the heads get blue tacked in. I always paint Eldar heads separately.
Yeah.
So I blue tack the heads in.
I painted all the Eldar heads separing.
Yeah, I blue tack all the heads in, so the
Yeah.
unit's done, and then I will take them off and put them on drop
Yeah.
bosses, and then they'll stay there for a
Yeah.
few years.
I was gonna say, yeah. When did you paint all those heads
Yeah.
and bodies to go with them?
I have painted a couple of Eldar. Thank you.
Yeah.
what, in your time or recently?
I mean, in my time, I painted loads of Eldar.
I was
Yeah.
really proud of you, right, when you said you were going to do something and you actually did it, right?
said
I was so made up. I was like, oh, thank God, I don't have to paint this entire fucking Eldar army. And then you were like, you painted like 12 models, and you're like, done now.
Yeah, and then he was like, psych.
No,
Here's
because you
chaos.
painted 10 Wraith Guards.
Oh, I did do 10 actually. I did do 10.
You painted Eldrad.
Yeah.
You're super proud about Eldrad. You've shown him to
I
everyone.
am so
40
proud of
times.
Eldrad.
Yeah, he looks nice, mate.
You're like that one person that only one thing's ever happened in their life, and they just told everyone about it.
It's like the
all
nicest
the
painted
time.
model in the studio.
And then I would argue that some of Paddy's is probably better,
No.
right?
No,
and
no.
then
I don't think so. I don't think so.
right, and you painted the Autarch.
And a Spirit Seer.
And it's a 13.
a lot
Painted
of models.
13 models, right? And I was like, I reckon he's gonna go all the way. And then you were like, done now.
Fun
Chin that
fact,
off. Yeah.
Fun fact, Eldar, the only army I've ever fully painted.
Yeah, once,
Once.
but not this one.
Just one time?
But I am working on them again.
Yeah,
And
poor old
typic-
Space Wolves.
I want to do them as well. That's my problem.
Just pick one and do it.
No! That's not how my brain works.
Well, picking neither and doing neither is not an option at the same
I think
time.
it's fine.
It is an option. It's always the default option,
It's not
arguably.
the helpful option,
No.
right?
Shut up, Jay.
Yeah. It's like if I was like, I'll come to work, but I won't work.
Most days,
Yeah.
to be fair.
No, it's the same as I won't go to work and I won't work.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tank, for the $2. Any update on the Trio Tales link? We are working through some issues. We are probably going to have to come up with some kind of rudimentary solution in the short term where you'll basically just order it off their website.
Liam just wants all the money himself.
Well, then it wouldn't be this way around, would it? It's just easier if you just order it
Well,
direct from
that's
them.
what the problem is.
It's just easier if we just order it direct from them because trying to get the integration to work via my merch website currently is proving complicated because we're two different businesses, so integrate them together is hard. There's probably going to be, what will probably happen is I'll probably create a page on the merch site which just gives you a link to their website, and then you go via their link and then you can just order it from them, and it's neater. It'll be quicker to, it solves so many problems, it'll be quicker to dispatch and all sorts of stuff. So I will at some point soon talk to Chris and get that sorted and just say, yeah, sell it on your website, and then I'll share the link with you guys. And you'll be able to get a hold of them. They are fucking gorgeous as sets, to be fair. I really like them.
I've only seen the picture and
I've only seen
I
the
want
picture.
many.
I need to bring the box in because
Yeah.
it is fucking stunning. And the tokens that he gave me for them, funny old thing, are Eldar. So at the moment, see, I was actually determined to just work on Space Wolves, and then both Balin and Tom just bashed out massive Space Wolf armies straight away, and I was like, cool,
God damn it,
we
Kyle.
need that. We need that less right now. So Eldar it is, Jay. And also with Eldar, I can literally get you to paint like 4 units for a tournament army, and then I just keep working on mine in the background. And every now and again, get you to paint.
I've
Yeah,
got a
Joe,
few
you can
little
paint
bits to
30
do.
swooping hawks.
No, I'm not doing 30 Super
Oh,
Hawk.
coward.
I need 5 more.
It's like
but
900 points.
it's
less
not, is
than
it?
that.
It's less.
Considerably
600
less.
points?
It's like
Yeah, it's
600
about
points,
that.
yeah.
What? I don't know their points.
They're 85 points for
We'll
5.
include Baharoff at the same time.
Joe, do you know what they
85 points
do?
for 5.
What?
Do you know what
yeah,
they do?
they're just like mortal wound.
So they look at you. If one of them can see you after it fell back, advanced, or moved,
Or
deployed.
or deployed,
Yeah.
right? Within 8, it rolls 1d6 for every model in the unit.
Yeah, it's bollock. It's
4 plus
bullshit.
mortal wounds, caps at 6. So you can't use grenades. So you put 30 of them down. One's got Balroth, so it comes within 6. You probably, on average, do 15 mortal wounds, and someone else throws a grenade. So you do 18 mortal wounds a turn.
Yeah.
And then they shoot 4 shots each with lethals.
AP nothing.
AP nothing is the.
But it's lethals, mate. And they get 40 shots in a squad.
And
then Baharov makes
and
a
they all
puppy
just roll
downy.
6s, do they?
Well, this is Joe math, so yes, I do.
So what we're saying is that Paddy has taken on Joe.
All I'm saying, Joe, in my math, 40 shots equals about 6 or 7 lethal hits, and then regular hits and regular wounds.
Yeah, but they all
On top of grenades.
also AP nothing.
Yeah, but they go in, they between them grenade a tank, and then they just nuke everything else.
Yeah. Why does Joe need so much glue compared to Liam? Because it's holding his life together. Thank you, Mr.
Brutal.
Connor for Trey for 1 gifted membership, and thank you for the $5. He says for Joe's trip to America.
Oh,
what a legend, you're a hero. And then thank you, Onyx, for 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, thank you, Onyx. I hope that you get an actual Onyx Pokemon.
Oh,
Which is one of the more inconvenient Pokemon to own, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking massive.
Nah, Gyarados, because you've got to then find water for it as well. You can't just be like, go on, mate, tunnel underground,
Yeah,
find
but
a cave.
he's cooler though, I think. I'd rather live by like the sea or a
Oh,
river.
no, I think Charizard would be the most annoying because he just set fire to stuff the whole time.
Yeah, grumpy bastard as well.
And he's also, with his tail.
He is a miserable bastard. But he is the cooler of the three.
Yeah.
I'd rather, because the good thing about having a dragon that's massive is you can ride it places, right?
It's not
a
wrong.
Gyarados is really inconvenient because you can only go to coastal towns and rivers.
But we
right?
do live near the coast.
Yeah. I mean, I'd still have to travel to Poole and then get.
It'd be
go
so
to-
much quicker for me to get here because I could just Gyarados my way
Yeah.
across down the coast and up the river.
I just Gyarados my way over. Is a phrase.
Whereas, like, an Onyx would have to dig a tunnel and then you just have to walk down the tunnel.
So you'd be subterranean assault.
Yeah.
At least you could arrive within 6 inches, mate.
Yeah.
You'd also have to walk though, Joe.
But the structural instability you'd create to Southampton would be a problem, I think.
Just do it once, mate.
Southampton's pretty structurally insecure anyway, mate.
Yeah.
Harborn, thank you, Mr. The Harborn Vortex Games, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thanks, Arbon.
Thank you, Harborn. I hope that
He's paused. You broke him.
I hope that you have a massive increase in cash that you need to kind of spend so you don't get hit by the tax man too much. So you buy a large tour bus for your store that you can drive places and live in, but also run events places. So you could fit 20 folding tables and accompanying mats and terrain.
Nice.
That's quite cool.
But it's a really nice mega superstar tour bus. You know?
And then you invent Torhammer.
Yeah.
Torhammer.
Yeah.
And that name right now.
Torhammer 40k.
Yeah.
That's mint name. I like that.
Yeah. I think that's the way forward.
I think it might have been Cornate Ed put that on a stream comment section, Torhammer. I don't think it's my name, to be fair.
It's a good name.
Oh look, Joe Cole's Mikey Appreciation Club just got gifted membership.
Oh, really?
Thank you, Sir Galahad, for 10 more bucks. He says, how to clear screens 101, more chain axes, something, more funds for the United States of J.
Oh, thank you.
Are you going to go over there and put a flag up for the United States of J?
Yeah.
Claim it in your name?
I've seen that Family Guy episode.
Yeah? The United
Yeah.
States of J.
Pretoria.
I'm going to go over there dressed in a red coat and a.
Don't
and a
promise to go
tricol.
dressed as things, because that doesn't
Yeah,
normally
Joe,
come
you
through.
are famously an absolute cop-out when it comes to promising things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Rossonero 7847 for 10, Joe. 10
For 10?
gifted memberships.
I hope, Rossonero, that you are bought an entire freezer of every flavour Magnum.
Nice.
We had different ones yesterday because James had a friend over for the day to play games and stuff. And so I made dinner for them all. And I said to his friend Milo, what do you want for pudding? Do you like Magnums? He said yes, specifically the caramel ones. So Luce went and bought them, and she came back with these caramel Magnums, right? And they're like pecan and something ice cream
Oh,
wow.
with salted caramel and something.
Dark side. Yeah.
And James got halfway through. I was like, I don't really like it. And then Luce was like, it tastes a bit weird, and handed it to me. They were fucking gorgeous. Oh my God.
That's so lucky that you like the one no one else does.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful, mate, honestly.
Um,
So now I know what I'm buying and putting in the freezer because they don't eat them.
yeah, it's really difficult. I found many of my previous partners all hated dairy, fruit, and nut. chocolate, which is my favourite chocolate.
Lunatics.
It's my favourite, it's the best, right? But at Tamsin, my partner loves it.
Lever.
So I'm like, oh, can't have a house. But I've really gone off chocolate recently.
I
really struggled during the summer with chocolate, I think.
I've got quite into dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Specifically, the Lindt dark chocolate, 70% with mint.
Oh, nice.
It's like a chocolate bar of After Eights. It's fucking lovely.
I've not had. I don't like unflavoured dark chocolate. It's just a wrapped bar of bitter, you know.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You all right?
No, I went to the gym on Tuesday and I'm still in pain now from it, Paddy.
I did that as well. I went on Tuesday. I woke up fine, took the dogs for a walk, absolutely fine. Sat in my car. Immediately, my left shoulder just like disintegrated, and I was in bits for like 3 days.
No, so
That's the joys of being over 30, though.
I went on Tuesday morning before I came over here for the show and did like, what did I do? Like chest and back or something.
Yeah.
And I was fine, and upper arms. I was fine all Tuesday. And then I woke up yesterday, I was like, oh my God, I can't fucking scratch my own head.
You're an absolute ragamuffin.
Yeah, I was in a super bad way.
I built a thing.
You built a whole Canis Rex?
Yeah.
Whilst we were on stream?
Yeah.
I built 3 elves.
I've nearly finished my 6th Ogren.
Now that knights have been nerfed again, I feel more comfortable finishing my knight army that I started building.
I love Canis Rex as well.
He's
I'm really
awesome.
sad that he's been broken because everyone just thinks you're a knob if you run him.
Yeah. I started my knight army. They were, in fact, one of the first set of models I ever bought right at the start of 8th edition. So I've had them for ages, and I've never managed to get more than 1,500 points.
One thing that disappoints me the most about Canis Rex, right?
Yeah, is how good he is.
Is that there's not more of them.
More Canis Rexes.
So what I was
Recently, there's been loads of Canis
Yeah,
Rexes.
I've seen him at least every table.
What I mean, right, is that like looking at the Chaos Knight book, right?
Yeah.
Is that I want more emphasis on the pilots than the knights themselves.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
Right.
a cool way to think about it.
I want to have. I don't want to have just like why do Chaos Knights not have their own version of Canis Rex? But like I like the idea that when every knight dies, there is the potential chance for a little man to pop out.
Yeah, I'd like that.
And
it's so fucking annoying in the game, though.
And then basically, I like the concept that like the character part of a knight selection on the app is
like instead of
people,
picking
right?
war gear, you pick a character, and each character you
The
pick has a
character gives
different
the
ability.
buff, right? And then you could put that character with enhancements
Yeah.
into a specific knight.
And that would lead better into the whole Black Templar Emperor Champion of you can have one of each character.
Yeah.
The characters can have different war gear knights around them, but it's not the knight. It's not like the paladin always gives this rule. It's the character has this rule.
Because every time a narrative book about knights, is that you have all the knights at the start of the book, and then the main character knight, because there's always one main character, right? Their knight gets destroyed.
Yeah.
So then they're given a new knight from like the scrapyard, and it's always some really
ancient busted thing.
Yeah, it's busted. It's got a fucking attitude. It's not working.
It's got an angry machine
They
spirit.
go through this like arc of like trying to get along, right? And I think, and that's the important part of what makes knights important. Is it's the pilots, not the physical machine
I agree.
itself.
That's fair.
Right. And I think that's what I'd like to see for knights. It's about the characters, not the vehicles. I'm
really into that. I like that as a concept, actually.
Yeah,
super cool.
and you could really have a good time with sort of list design around that as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, and it also means that like because you have the Canis Rex little man, right? Games Workshop have sold Titan Princeps, Knight Princeps before.
Yeah, fair.
They could sell a pack of Princeps that you could customize and build in certain ways, right? And you can give them all names. I think that makes the heraldry you paint on knights also much more important, because that's that pilot that you've created personal heraldry.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Big fan of that, mate.
That's what I want. Sort out
Clever
Games
boy,
Workshop.
aren't
Look at you. Sometimes you say good stuff.
I know, right?
That's actually excellent design.
Yeah.
Well, you'll know if the Knight Credits come out and it's all about pilots that they do in fact listen to us, Joe. Or maybe 11th edition.
Well, let's be
Knights.
honest. Right, if it's coming out in the next 3 months, it's probably already gone to print.
Yeah, maybe 11th edition
What
Knights.
chat has to figure out when that happens is do they listen to us, or has Joe already just seen it?
Yeah. Is Joe just like luckily making
Does
it
he
up?
just like constantly stealth break NDA and doesn't like let on that so that no one knows?
Yeah, because he only comes out with some like lunatic stuff.
Yeah.
What I like to do is
Touch kids.
no, no, I hit them. No, with my car. That's the only time I touch children. It's with my car. I don't, because that's illegal.
I don't think you need to clarify that, mate.
Yeah, but only in some countries. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I like the idea is like when my favourite thing that happens is when a book is about to come out and we've already seen it, and Games Workshop puts out an article, right? And they don't give all the information, and the community
Goes into meltdown.
loses its fucking shit. It's full. Right, we've only there's no leaks have come out, so the book's not out there. So people only have the little tidbits that Games Workshop come out, and people are already selling their armies.
My favourite point when that happens is when we've already got the book as well.
Yeah, so I was saying like, we know the rules, but we can't tell you.
I'm watching the meltdown, going, "What are you fucking not doing?"
Yeah.
Honestly.
So like prime example was the Black Templar book hadn't been leaked, and Games Workshop announced that they lost Oath. Oh my god!
Yeah.
It was, and I was like, "You'll be fine."
Yeah.
I mean, some
no.
people are still on the rhetoric that no, we're fucked. It's worse now. Some people are
Well,
still
yeah,
there.
but the thing is, though, they're the people that want 4 units with full rerolls to hit, and then everyone else gets to reroll on with Oath as well. You know,
Yeah,
I think
obviously.
that's what they want. They want all the things, right? And I can sympathise. Sometimes it is nice to have all the things, but then it's too powerful, and then we'd be in like a, and then we'd be in a Death Guard situation.
Dude, one of my favourite things this edition, I've got the Eldar Codex here for the Corsair rules, right? One of my favourite things is that is basically still right.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I need to check if this is 100% true, but I'm pretty sure with the exception of Asierman's gun,
Yeah.
I can basically take that book to a tournament and use it.
Yeah, same for like a lot of the Tyrannid books the same.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
So I would rather, when they dropped a codex, it wasn't busted, so that I know that my book is relevant, than I had 3 months in the sun only to find that my codex then gets completely changed.
Yeah, it's why I think I really like Templars, is that nothing in there seems overly busted, and I don't think they're going to get touched much. I think that you might see a few little points increases, but I don't see rules changes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't see rules changes, but I see points increases in their future. But they won't be big points increases.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there.
Because if you want the Black Templar units to really sing, you have to invest a lot of points in characters. And if they make those points, the problem is if they make those points too expensive, they'll end up like Index Templars like 6 months ago when they were literally like a 30% win rate.
Yeah.
I think where they are now is really, really good because now they're less survivable. It's harder to win with them. Because they're like the ultimate glass cannon Space Marine army at the moment. I think Templars, because their units hit like an absolute truck, but you are still a toughness 4 Space Marine with a 3-up save, and you just die real quick.
Okay. I think they're in a good place personally, and I like the book quite a lot. When I read it, I thought you'd be quite happy with it.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised to see some of what was coming out from people about Templars, but I also never underestimate a Warhammer player's ability to overreact. So you know,
My
Yeah,
big-
BW. overreact.
Always be whinging.
and then to further overreact when I say that they overreact, I'd be like, "We overreact." Like, cool. You seem
Yeah,
to be
it's like
overreacting.
it says that
I overreact the
Dave
least.
says the Crusade Ancient has to come down for him to be viable. So I think the biggest
think that's
problem.
right.
Yeah, I think you are entirely correct. But the biggest problem with both him and the new chaplain, right, is that they are okay characters in a book full of very good characters. And so you're not picking them because the other viable options are just better. And also the selection of character units that both the Crusade Ancient can join and the what's he called, the Molester chaplain,
Yeah.
The excoriator, or whatever it is.
Excretor.
the ejaculator,
Yeah.
right?
Somewhere in there we got his name.
Yeah,
Execrator.
Yeah, basically wherever he is, right? The molester is is that the units they can join are really limited.
Yeah. But that is also, like, and you're right with everything you said, but it also a sign of slightly poor internal balance there.
Yeah.
Because there's not a choice at the moment.
What's bad?
So you need to improve the internal balance by going, actually, they are now a choice, even because it's points so cheap to get them in. Just Jupiter, thank you for the 1 gifted. Cray, thank you for 10 gifted memberships.
Cray?
Yeah, Cray.
I hope, Cray, that you are able to grow in your garden a watermelon tree. Or plant,
I thought for a brief moment you were hoping that he was able to grow in his garden.
Yeah, just stand there and get real big.
Yeah. All right. I hope you have a reasonable enough climate in your local area that you can grow your own watermelon.
Well, he's in Japan, so...
Oh, he gets the square ones.
They only grow square in Japan, don't they?
I was saying that I really want to have square ones because it really, in England, because it really solves stacking problems in supermarkets.
a common complaint amongst all major supermarkets is their inability to stack watermelons.
Yeah,
you get
never have enough space.
You get more in a box as well.
Very true. Very true. Yeah.
Thank you anyway, Craig. You're a legend. Thank you so much, Ash, for the $2. Skoda return is bookmarked as September week 1.
That was while we were talking about
going
to America.
Which is
when the chat came in.
I think.
It's not relevant.
I think your biggest mistake, Ash, was buying a Skoda in the first place.
I'm not entirely sure the relevance of that, but good for you, pleased for you. Cool. Evan, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. Lima Russ, thank you for the 5. Knowing Joe's luck, he'll get the broken TV going to America land. I might phone up the airline and be like, have you got a seat where the screen
just get in before
work?
him with like a sticker of a broken TV to just put over the screen.
Yeah.
I'd just be like,
God, I want to go on
thing
that
is,
trip.
my biggest fear is sitting next to
Liam.
No, it's just sitting next to like a really horrible person, right? I want to be able to sit. I want to sit next to someone that, if needs be, I can have a conversation with them.
Oh, don't be that guy on a plane. Don't be the talky person.
I don't want to talk to
But you want to be able to.
But if there's a situation where, something funny happens, or, I need to go and piss, which I always do.
That is true.
They're not going to get fucked off with me.
Yeah, you need an aisle seat.
I need to have an aisle seat.
Now I need to book him a seat
If someone's
next
like,
to a window.
If I'm next to a window and someone goes, can I swap? I'll be like, yes.
As long as you're from the aisle.
Now I want to book him a window seat and I want to sit somewhere else on the plane and watch him.
Right.
I just every now and again just walk past and crop dust.
Or like if my TV is broken, I could be like, so, what are you doing?
They'll be like,
This is
they'll be
why.
like, my TV is not broken. Shut up.
Yeah. I'll be like, can I watch what you're watching, please?
Split headphones.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That dreader?
I can see Joe with one of them neck pillows as well.
Yeah.
Purple Spectre, thank you for the 1 gifted. I like this name, by the way. Sir Chubbs a lot, thank you for the 1
I
gifted.
saw that come in and I didn't think it was a real name, but it's class.
Sir Chubbs was a great name, thank you. Effectively Wild, thank you for the $10. If 11th is more like a 10.5 update, what changes, ? I want Tau completely rewritten. I started in 9th and I've only experienced 1 transition. Tau completely rewritten? Well, Paddy's our resident Tau expert.
They should all be ballistic skill 5, toughness 2. Yeah.
Tau rewritten is interesting. I think I'd rather Tau battle suits hit on 3s and the marker light, the observing mechanic was more like, because marker lights in previous editions were like you got some re-rolls or you strip cover. I like the idea of if you spotted, the person loses cover, but the army actually just hits on 3s.
What I do think is I think we should give Tau players what they want and make battle suits infantry.
Yes, oh my God, yes, make battle suits infantry,
Right,
for the love
because
of
it's a
God, make
double-edged
crisis
sword.
infantry.
Right? Because it allows you to go through walls, but you're also now in the realms of anti-infantry and you can't shoot in combat.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? And I think that's a good balance. The only downside is that you're going to have a lot of crisis suits hiding behind walls. They're like, a boogly!
Yeah, but think about it. That's what all melee armies do. They just a boogly and then chop you.
If they're boogly and shoot, as long as they can't just jump behind the wall again, that's fine. But
the difference between the combat army is they've got to run to you, whereas the Tau army can do that from the other side of the fucking board.
I would like universal special rules.
Yeah.
I'm so bored of like every unit has the same thing, and is it this version or that version of the rule? Just call a blood surge a blood surge.
I'd like
call sticky objective.
I'd like to see a drop in AP because there's so much AP3 in
No, mate, there's so much AP2 damage 2.
For shooting, maybe a drop in AP, but for melee, AP is a problem at the moment.
Yeah, it's too much of it.
Yeah, but it's like the problem is like all your guns are like AP free, right?
Well, which
And
guns?
All of them.
Give
I can't give an example. because I
combat
don't
guns. Gary's just said in the chat. I want my fusion blades.
Yes, that's what. Yeah.
I do often struggle to understand how such an advanced race of individuals can't make a battlesuit that's designed for melee.
Make
Well, it has a
Farsight
couple of
great
times.
again.
So quite often you'd have seen, like in the lore, the relic or the enhancement in one edition, in the next edition is like a regular thing. So I would love a crisis suit unit, new box, crisis suit units with fusion blades, melter fists, energy sword type things that are like, you get rid of the fusion guns, you make them like 6-inch range melter 3, but they also get melter in combat. I would love that. And they only hit on 4s or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're just big, they're really bulked up, and they're purely designed for combat.
Realistically, what's the next? Because I think with the new edition coming round, is like what? Because a lot of armies had a lot of updates, right?
Yeah.
What's next? What's the next plastic units that they're going to get?
Tau.
Yeah.
So the Kroot was all redone.
Yeah.
And they got Ghost Kills and Riptides and the tanks aren't going to get touched, because tanks tend to not get touched, right?
No,
We
the
see it
tanks
across
are quite. Like,
I
New
think
stealth
it will be. I'd like to say it will be new crisis suits, because the crisis suits look old. They look derpy. They're too
relatively
small.
Yeah, but the crisis suits were refreshed when they did.
Well, it won't be Pathfinders, because Pathfinders were done recently in a kill team.
Oh, well, actually,
Yeah, I don't think it will be the Breachers or the Fire Warriors, because they're reasonably
Well, no, the
new.
Pathfinders came up before the kill team, and then they got an upgrade.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think the only thing really that needs doing for them, because the broadsides are new, I think it's the crisis suits.
Well, the crisis suits came out at the same time as the broadsides.
The new broadsides.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, so they're actually a refresh. So I reckon it'll be stealth suits.
Yeah.
No, Crisis Suits didn't come out.
Crisis suits are relatively new in the grand scheme of things.
No, they're not.
I think
The
crisis
Cold
suits are the
Star
only thing
series-
for Tower that I think need redoing, because pretty much everything else is decent as the
in,
kits go.
In my head, the Cold Star came out at the same time as the Ghost Kill and the new crisis suits.
Yeah. Oh,
Because I remember them all going into like a combat patrol at the same time.
New crisis suits with the ability to have a melee option. It doesn't need to be OP. It just needs to be something like in the equivalent to Bulgrin, right? Just something that can take a bit of damage and do a bit of fighting, which you've kind of got in Krutox Rampages, but I don't
they
want to
just
do
need
12 more of them.
like because like breachers are like space shotguns, and I really like them. But there's not like, but breaching teams tend to have shields as well. Maybe like an infantry unit that has like some kind of shield.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I think for me, Tau need more battle suits, but like smaller battle suits. Crisis suit style, because that's like in the lore, that's
Yeah.
the majority of it.
Rewriting the rules is interesting. I don't know if I think their rules are good or bad right now. I don't really know enough about them. So.
I like crisis suits. The Tau really struggle on competitive terrain because getting the firing angles is really hard.
So Storming Fish says that Joe is right. Crisis suits came out when a lot of the Tau line was refreshed.
10
around
years old.
2015.
But the thing with Tau, like the majority, that's the oldest thing in the Tau range other than the vehicles probably. And I don't see the vehicles getting redone.
Yeah, but Brian says that the crisis suits look like they were from the
they
problem
did.
is they weren't much of an upgrade from the
They were
previous
very
kit.
slight, like reposing from the
Yeah,
real.
The
straight
problem
one,
is they were refreshed at a time when the Crisis Suit Commander came out, who was absolutely insane. But the Crisis Suit Commander is more representative of what a prototype suit is compared to
the
what,
Cold
like,
Star and Enforcer suit is lovely.
Yeah, because the standard Crisis suits are like the main line.
Yeah,
everyday suit.
exactly.
Like, they're like the equivalent of like the Lehman Russ.
Yeah.
So whereas
And if they were infantry in the game, they'd be useful, because the amount of times you're like in a competitive game, you have to hide them behind because they're not actually that tanky. So then to get out, you have to go round. So like you only ever move like 4 inches, so you can never get a firing
I think
angle
if they
with
go
them.
down to infantry, I think you remove the ability to give them 6 wounds, or is it 5 wounds? How many wounds? Because they get 2
Five.
extra.
Yeah, but you can only take 1 shield drone. So they get a 5 wounds, toughness 5, 3 up, 3 up, 4 up if you want to. But you don't take many. I don't, honestly, by losing the ability to shoot in combat and making them infantry, I think they're fine. Because then Tau can actually start playing on these boards where heavy ruins means you can send a unit through the ruins with fly and it can shoot in the back, but then it gets killed.
Like from like the playtesting era that I was in, Tau are the most horrific army to balance. I'd say out of every army in the game, Tau are the hardest to balance.
Yeah.
Because because you have to think
There's a real sweet spot about the firepower, isn't there?
Well, yeah, because like when you think about like Space Marines, right, their damage output is in the shooting phase and the combat phase, right? Like most armies. Thousand Sons used to be psychic phase, movement phase, shooting phase, combat phase.
I used to love my Thousand Sons.
Combat armies are easier to balance because the majority of their stuff's all done in combat. They have to be able to touch what they need to kill. Whereas Tau, they're a fast movement army with a ridiculous output, right? So you're like, I have to condense the damage I put out in both the shooting and the combat phase into one phase, but it can't be so much that you're just tabling
It was kind of like World Eaters when they first came out, right?
Yeah.
And monophase armies are very hard to balance because the terrain usually dictates.
Yeah,
like,
so
heavy terrain boards,
heavy
towers
terrain
like
are really good for World Eaters, but they're not good for shooting armies. But World Eaters can be slowed down by screening units because they don't have fly. Whereas Tau have fly, and if they can see it, they can kill it, right? So their level of balancing on output is harder than a World Eaters army.
Yeah, agreed.
And and then you're like, well, how do they go? Well, if you get the shooting dialed down, the next biggest problem is their movement, because they're like, if they're too maneuverable, it doesn't matter how much output they can be. They can just be wherever they want to be, and you don't want to be able to have.
Because at the moment they haven't got the be where you want them to be. The shooting's pretty good with Tau.
Yeah. So I think if you make them infantry, their damage output has to come down slightly because they become too efficient. But it's just, and that's the problem, right? Whereas like Space Marines, you're like, well, you move 6, you don't go very fast. You've got a base. You've got a gun that can kill something, but not efficient, and you're okay in combat. Unless you're one of like unless you're like one of the real edge case armies like Blood Angels and Templars.
Cool.
Yeah.
Joe, thank you for the $10. He says, big yep. Hope the little one is feeling better. Not today. He was all right yesterday. He just kind of sat there yesterday playing PlayStation, was okay. This morning he was in a fucking grump.
I always find that when you get hurt, it's not the day it happened. It's like it's like when the aches come in.
Yeah, so he broke it around lunchtime on Tuesday.
Yeah.
He was all right in here until he fell over behind that wall.
So funny.
And then thankfully he didn't put his arm down, so he only hurt his knees. Brilliant.
It's one of those ones, he came out crying and you're like, is this bad? Has he made it worse?
How bad is this?
So Luce phoned me in the morning, right? And she was like, Ben's had a tumble, because they went to some bouncy castle place with some other kids. Ben's had a tumble and he let out a hell of a scream and he's hurt his arm. He currently won't let me touch it. He's carrying it, holding it around. I was like, okay. I said, what are you thinking? She's like, I don't know. I said, well, what does it look like? She said, it looks normal. I said, maybe it's just a bad sprain. I said, keep an eye on it. And then later on, she messaged me about an hour and a half before stream. She was like, I think I need to take him to the hospital. It's got worse. He's just nursing this. He won't eat anything. He's not. I was like, for fuck's sake. I was like, okay. So I left it, went and picked them up.
Yeah.
Dropped them off at the hospital around the corner. Brought James in here, my eldest in here, because I didn't want him like annoying loose. They checked him over, X-rayed him. He's got a buccal fracture. So basically, where he landed on his arm, the top of his arm's like dented and cracked, which is grim. But the doctor was like, basically, it's not broken because he's young. So his bones are like quite bendy.
Yeah, still heals quickly.
So they sent him home in a sling with some heavy cowpox, like some heavy painkillers. It's like, we don't need to cast it because it's not actually broken, but it's like right at the top of his arm by his elbow. So she said to Luke, whatever you do, he can't run around, he can't play sports, because if he trips, what he'll do is he'll put his arms out and he'll fucking snap it. Yeah. And if he snaps it, we're in trouble, because where it is, we probably have to pin it. I was like, oh, for fuck. So she walked, the hospital's around the corner, thankfully. So she walked round to the building, I let them in, they sat over there in the chairs quietly. And at one point, he needed the bathroom, and Luce was like, can we still go behind? I was like, yeah. So Joe and Tom were playing, Luce takes him behind, carefully, with her torch on, and they go to the toilet, right? Fine, not a problem. Stream finishes, we're packing everything away. James goes behind the wall because he knows that Mum and Ben have gone behind there before. The cable for this is like inch off the ground, fucking trips over it and pulls it out the side. So I was like, right, get out from behind. You don't know why you're behind there. The cameras aren't on. Get out and sit on the chair. So he goes and sits on the chair. I plug everything back in, fix it all. Next thing I know, I don't know where Ben's gone at this point. What's he done? He's copied his brother, right? So he's now walking behind here after I've just told the eldest off. Next thing, you hear, boom, as he hits the fucking ground, and I'm like, Oh no, I don't want to go.
Waiting for the scream,
I
aren't you?
don't want to go to A&E.
I was laughing.
And he let out a wail, and he's like, "Ooh." I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's like 11, I don't want to go to A&E now. So I pulled him around the corner, I was like, did you land on your arm? No. What did you land on? My knees. And his knees were red, I was like, that sounds awful, but thank God.
Yeah. Only a light bit of pain.
Yeah. Fucking Joe was trying his hardest not to piss himself laughing, right? So anyway, we got him home. And then yesterday he was all right. I think it was just kind of like, yeah, it's fine. He had his little sling on. He was okay. He's got to have this sling on for 6 weeks. And then this morning he's in a grump. He's not happy at all. I think he might have slept on it though. But
It's easy enough to do. And it just starts, like, I've broken a few bones. They just start aching.
Yeah, well,
And there's nothing you can do.
the
It's just
doctor
like a
was
dull
like,
ache.
obviously you take the sling off for bedtime. And I was like, cool, but he's going to roll around in his sleep. Lucy's like, yeah. That's apparently. So if he rolls onto his arm, he'll wake up, which is why I had terrible sleep on Tuesday night.
Can you like wrap his arm in cushions and pillows?
No, he hates his sling as well. So when I left, she's got him on the sofa with like loads of cushions under his arm to support it. So he's not. Oh my god. So today,
because you have to hope you sleep on your back with a broken arm.
Yeah.
So I broke my collarbone when I was 17, and like I'm a side sleeper, and it was agony because I couldn't roll onto it, I couldn't have it up. I had to learn to sleep on my back.
I broke my right arm when I was younger at judo, and the bones moved, so I had to have surgery to put them back in place. And I woke up in a bed where I had a full right angle cast on my arm.
Yeah.
And they had hung it on some like fucking thing. I was like, this is shit.
Yeah, you're like, that's going to be hard to replicate at home.
It's like Brave Star brings up a point. It's like days like that, you report yourself to social services whilst you're in A&E to save time. And it's like I did say to Lucy, I was lucky that you went in and not Liam, because I took my child to the hospital once with a broken arm, and I had all the questions.
Yeah, from multiple people,
and they're all asking multiple people asking the same questions over and over and over again to see if you kind of like slip up. And then a couple of years later, went in again because they'd fallen over and hit their nose on a garden chair.
Oh no, yeah.
Right, and they're like, back in hospital again.
Did you punch your kid in the face?
What's the question? Well, Dad's here.
Yeah.
Right, and I was just like, oh, for God's sake. You know, it's just like,
so in short, Joe, he's not feeling bad. He'll be okay though. Yeah. It'll fix.
It will take him a week or two, and then he'll be fine, and then he'll just be bored, right?
Within a week or two is when it becomes problematic for us. Because some of the pain will have gone, or he'd have got used to it, and then they'll be trying to do what he did before. It's not fixed yet.
Yeah.
So he's very upset because a week on Friday we were supposed to be going to Legoland, and we've cancelled that.
Oh no.
Well, you can't go on rides with an arm in a sling.
Yeah, that's very true. You'll just have to look at the mini lads.
And Ben's a runner, not a walker.
Ben is a worry about problems after I've done the thing. Yeah, he's a very head first kind of guy.
Do before think.
Yeah. Brandon, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Brandon. Is that Lagazé? I hope, Brandon, that you become the face of a lasagna company. Oh. You're like they have like the face of the chef on the. I think that should be you with like a big chef hat on. Yeah.
Thank you, Stu Will.
Lagazé lasagna.
Thank you, Stu Will, for 5 gifted memberships. And Stu so far says he's got a 100% wish come true record.
Oh, really?
Oh, no pressure then, Joe.
I hope, Stu, that next time you go to the cinema, you get an aisle seat, but no one sits next to you. Like there's like 3 down, and no one in front of you either. So there's no heads in the way.
Right.
I never go for an aisle seat at the cinema.
Always aisle seat.
Smack in the middle, me.
Yeah,
especially
centre middle.
For Showcase in Southampton, because there's enough room that you can literally. People have to get up so you can get out. You just walk past them. It's fun, great.
Yeah, but I'm like I don't like it when people walk in front of me at the cinema. So so I'm like, if I don't want to be, I'm such a snob at the cinema.
I don't like it when people move in front of me in the cinema, so I'm going to literally sit in the seat, which means if anyone comes out the aisle, they come in front of me in the cinema.
Yeah, but also I need to piss all the time.
Right? Fair, okay.
So, don't you just get a second gallon gut?
Yeah, it's like if someone needs to piss, I'm like, that's fine. I'll move out the way. But because I've been in the middle of aisle before, and obviously when I go to the cinema, massive thing of popcorn, massive drink.
Yeah,
you know.
Okay.
And I'm like piss before I go in. And then I'm like, the adverts are about to end, the film's about to start. Go for another piss, like just before the film starts,
God.
right? And then So I don't like to be an inconvenience, but no, I'm an absolute snob. I remember I went to see Endgame, right, Avengers Endgame, and they put us. What I thought while I ordered the end seat, what I did, I was next to the wheelchair seats, like the disability seats, right, and this woman and her child came in, and they talked the entire way through the film.
Yeah, that would have annoyed me.
Clearly, the carer had never seen a Marvel movie. You're literally watching the last film in a 12-year saga, right? Every fight, who's that? Who's that? What are they doing? Why are they here? What's going on? And I went a little bit mental.
Good.
I was like, "What are you doing here?" Like, I was like, she's like, I brought the child in to watch the film. I'm like, yeah. Either do some research before or shut up.
Yeah.
Right? Right. And then
Ultimately, shut up.
And they carried on talking the entire way through the film. They were like, screw you, mate. So I complained to the cinema.
You get a free ticket.
I got a free ticket, so I go watch it again. But what was the problem then? I was more annoyed the second time I went and watched the film because I kind of seen stuff and the shock value had gone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just there to watch the bits.
I
missed.
probably would have left halfway through and got that free ticket.
Yeah.
So that at least the end of it the second time is new to you.
Yeah. But it's just
fair.
like the person with the disability was fine. They were just answering all the questions. But I was like, I wanted to be like, stop answering the questions.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Because then they'll stop asking them.
Yeah. Craig, thank you for the 1,000 Japanese yen. Which specific detachments were looked at times? There are some close to being good, but then a whole codex gets nerfed and one detachment does well. Which specific detachments? Right, okay. I thought you said which specific. Yeah, They sort of do that a little bit now. Look at a specific detachment, but I think what he's alluding to is a problem that we've complained about before, where a specific unit in a specific detachment is incredibly good, and that unit goes up by like 50 points. You're like, yeah, but in every other detachment, that unit is garbage.
It's not the detachment that's the problem.
Yeah.
But they have started to change certain detachments where they're like, that stratagem's too good, it's now 2 CP. Right?
Yeah.
And I think that's fine.
But I get what he's saying. Like, if a unit of Bulgrin in one guard detachment is incredibly good, I don't think you need to nerf the points for Bulgrin so they're then unusable in every other guard detachment. You just have to find out a way of fixing them in that detachment.
What I'd like to see is instead of fixing the broker detachments, fix the awful detachment, right?
Make them better.
Like the Imperial Fist detachment in the Space Marine Codex is god awful. It's so.
Joe might be building models for fists lately.
Well, I am
More.
and I was reading it, and I was like, this Space Marine Codex is just an advert for why I should just run Gladius all the time because all
Gladius needs a nerf to let the actual codex
yeah, but
work.
I had this discussion on the weekend, right? How do you fix Gladius, right? Because the detachment rule's really good, but it's once per game, right? But you also have an enhancement that allows you to be always in tactical doctrine, and you have a 1 CP stratagem that allows you to put yourself into any doctrine. They're really good because they play into the detachment rule. But then, like, the other enhancements are like, and then I think the only fix to that detachment you can realistically make is make Fight on Death a 1 CP stratagem, but on a 4+ roll.
Nah,
Because-
organise it so you have to go from Devastator to Tactical to Assault again.
Because the problem is if you change the Fight on Death stratagem to work in only one tactical doctrine or one doctrine, it immediately becomes a terror detachment and you never take it. So what they do is they take it from the most taken one to one that never gets used, and then it's just in this realm of nothing. Right?
I mean, it's had an entire
Yes,
edition.
it's had its time in the sun,
everyone.
but it's too much of a fix, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be in the position where one detachment's really good, one's really shit, and you've got some maybes in the middle. Because if you get into a
three really
position
good
where
ones.
you make the Imperial Fist detachment incredible and it swaps place with Gladius, everyone just takes the Imperial Fist detachment and the Gladius one never gets looked at. What you want is all of them in a nice line in the middle where they're all maybe good.
Good internal balance.
Yeah.
So you want for every codex.
That's what you want, right?
Yeah.
But Gladius is so perfectly well rounded and written that it just makes all other Space Marine
It's the best detachment
Yeah.
in the game, I think.
because it allows you to have all of the abilities whenever you need them, which is what you want, right? But is it Gladius that's the problem, or is it loads of the other Space Marine detachments are just terrible? I'm only taking Gladius for Fight on Death. It's literally the only reason I'm taking it. Because with Black Templars, it doesn't matter what detachment I take, I've always got access to fallback and charge. Mm-hmm. Right? I always have access to +1 to wound. I have access to abilities. Reactive move. Mm-hmm. There's everything that's in Gladius is available everywhere else with Templars, but no one else has the fight on death. And that's the only reason I take Gladius. But Gladius also gives me everything that I get in every other detachment.
Okay.
Gladius should be limited to only Codex Space Marines, though.
Yeah, I think so.
None of the Divergents should get it.
No, I think like if you take any...
Oh, as said in chat as well.
Yeah, I think so. Squirrel Noob, thank you for 20 gifted members.
20?
We're on 75 right now.
20?
20.
Squirrel Noob, I hope that you win in a raffle a brand new VW camper.
Oh, I'd have that.
Great one, yeah.
I keep driving around. I'm at this period in my life now where I see a VW camper and I just want it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that'd be really convenient for tournaments. Right?
Yeah,
Save
not as
so
convenient
much
as a
money
hotel.
for like hotels and stuff, you know?
Have you seen Tom's reply to Dan in the team chat?
I have.
So Galahad, thank you for the $10. Best Black Templar characters are Librarians in Terminator Armour, Librarian in Phobos, and Librarian, and run Librarius Conclave Detachment. Do you even Black Templar? Joe's ignoring
What's
you
this? Am I taking a Librarian?
Best Black Templar characters, Librarian in Terminator Armour, Librarian in Phobos, and Librarian, and run Librarius Conclave Detachment.
Is lore accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the $10 again. Jay, thank you for $5. Afternoon, gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Congrats on the lease, Liam. Here's a small donation to Joe's US trip. Sorry, I can't do more.
What is that building?
I don't know. I haven't looked. But thank you for the $5, man. Anyway, you're a legend. And don't worry about not being able to do more. You've come on the stream, you've donated 5, and you've hopefully hit that like button anyway. And you're obviously already a member and a subscriber, so you're a hero. Chris, just thank you for the €5. For Joe's America's trip, will Votan be better if they were part of the Tau range or after the new release they are adequately unique?
I've Googled the address.
I'm trying to do the things you paid for, by the way.
Joe's just clocked out. You can tell us afterwards, Joe.
I'm glad that Votan aren't Tau.
No, I'd like the idea of like more auxiliaries, but maybe not the Votan within the Tau.
I also now do think that since the Codex release, that Votan have a reasonable range now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Votan, like, so I was like, Votan are a better starting army than Space Marines because the collection is much smaller.
Yeah.
It's much more streamlined. There's less choices. But the great thing about Space Marines is that there is so much choice. That like we're talking about for the channel is I can make every chapter of Space Marines different.
Yeah, the bonus of being a Space Marine starter army is if you start small, you then have scope to massively expand. And you don't have to change armies. Whereas with Votan, there is a potential. If you start with Votan, you can then go, oh, I need other stuff. I have to start a whole other army.
But the inherent thing about starting Warhammer is that your starter army is not always the army that is your army. Right?
Yeah, your second army tends to be everyone's forever army. That's what I found.
Like Votan is like your starting army is the one you like the look of the models of when you're like, ooh, this is colourful and exciting.
Agree.
And then you build it, you learn to play with it, and then you're like, and you try to figure out your play style whilst using that, and you're like, well, actually, this other army plays the play style I prefer the most.
Yeah.
Evan, thank you for the $10. Still enjoying unemployment. The wife doesn't mind so far. Here's a Hamilton for the Joe Takes on America fund. What's it going to take to get him over here for some chicken and waffles?
Chicken and waffles is good.
Chicken and waffles is great, Joe. This is another reason why I kind of want to go with him, because there's loads of things he's never had. I'm like, I want to watch him experience.
Yeah, you really do, don't you?
Like, what's American chicken like? Is it like our chicken, or is
It's
it just
massive.
Is it just pumped full of chemicals? You know, because I really want to try American bread.
Look at because it's sweet.
Because I've been basically
go have
told
a
it's
cake.
basically a Victoria sponge cake in
If you
slices.
Google the ingredients list for English McDonald's fries or British McDonald's fries, and then do the same thing for American McDonald's fries.
Yeah.
Just look at the ingredients list.
Is it just basically like the ingredients from Breaking Bad? You just like
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Did you decide on the fundraiser date?
Yeah.
The 30th, I think we said.
The 30th of this month.
The 30th of this month, so next Saturday.
No, I'm
I
not
will
there.
have my dog in the studio.
Yeah.
Because my partner's and a child away, so I've got the dog in the studio. Can you make it?
It's the only weekend I can't make.
Boo earns. Where are
I
you?
asked multiple people.
You didn't ask me.
Yeah, but you're natively not an Age of Sigmar player.
That's true.
So I asked the Age of Sigmar people that I was like, oh, like come and play because you've been on the channel and done it before, and the 30th is also sooner.
If the fundraiser does really well, I probably will come with you.
Yeah.
Probably.
Call it the Senjo.
Paddy's over there going, I want to come too.
I really want to
Senjo brackets maybe Liam to America.
Well, it's more about you. So as long as we can get you gone, that's fine.
Yeah. If Liam goes, you can't use the golden ticket.
Yeah.
What?
If Liam goes by himself and doesn't send Joe, you just
No,
can't
no,
use
no.
the golden ticket. Liam, I've got enough for one person. I'm really excited. I'm going.
Yeah. And thank you, Chris Joss, for €5. He says, is the team excited for Dawn of War 4? I'm already planning a vacation when it comes out. I haven't seen it, the trailer yet. I need to watch that.
It looks
actually.
real good.
But everything I've been told about it, I was like, when Dawn of War 4, I was like, I'm not bothered, I'm not interested. And now everyone said it's basically the sequel to the first one. I'm now suddenly
It looks phenomenal.
I'm waiting till payday so I can get the definitive edition just to kind of tide me over till the next one.
Just play old school
Payday
one.
is
It's the
soon.
same.
Payday soon.
Because like the problem though, because the thing is that old Dawn of War doesn't fit on a widescreen monitor, so you have to play in a box.
Balan was showing me that
and it
you can
doesn't
now
zoom
do
out
it.
very far. It feels really, really close. So the new version's obviously been optimized for the bigger screen, so it looks better. But the new Dawn of War, like I watched Mikey's show yesterday, and he goes through he goes by literally like frame by frame.
Oh, wow.
On the thing, looking at all the units and stuff from both the trailer and other people's. Like I played Dawn of War.
Hoping that you can play it with more than just solo campaign stuff than you could expect to see on Vag.
So you can do. They've split. So because obviously you had the individual campaigns before, and then Dawn of War 3 was really dumb, and they interwove all three campaigns. It was like Space Marines, Eldar, Orcs, Space Marine, which I hated. They've now been split back out again now.
Can I play Eldar from day one?
Yes, you could. So it's AdMech, Space Marines,
Necrons?
Eldar.
I don't
it's
know if I saw an Eldar.
Oh, it's not Eldar, is it? It's
Orcs,
it's
Necrons, AdMech, Space
Orcs,
Marines.
AdMech, Space Marines. However, right.
It's a weird combo.
But I think it's because they all play super differently. But also, there are other races in the game. Like, so there's a bit where you join the first mission, or the one they showed off, is basically you got Space Marines and you turn up and you reinforce guard.
But
so the assets for all the guard units are there.
Like Winter Assault.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is that it's never just the limited starter armies. There is always DLC and expansions.
They'll add the factions one DLC at a time.
I'm now slightly less excited by it.
But I think it looks really, really good.
No Tau, not
but the thing is,
interested.
though, I think the fact that there's no Chaos Space Marines and no Eldar is because I think...
That's a repeat of the first one, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, so Mikey brought this up, is that they want it to be very distinctly a new game.
Do you think they'll bring them out, though, as playable factions?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Then I'll play them.
I'd say even 1,000% they'll come out as a playable.
That is a percentage.
Because I think they don't want it just to be basically a soft reset. It is very much its own game.
Fair.
I think.
Yeah, okay. In that case, you'll probably see it on Vag. And then thank you, Chris Joss, right at the end, for 5 gifted memberships. We've got to 75, chat.
75% of the way there.
I hope that you get to play Dawn of War Day 1 on a computer that runs it. Every time I've got a new computer or laptop, the first thing I've always installed is Dawn of War.
Mine's Dawn of War and Age of Empires 2.
Yeah.
I can't run Dawn of War.
Oh, Dawn of War. Oh, Age of Empires 2 is.
I can't run Dawn of War on my computer at home.
No.
No.
Is your computer too
Is
good?
that the one, no, it was Company of Heroes. I basically.
Yeah, if
Blue screen your computer.
I have to somehow go into my BIOS and shut some of my cores down. I can't bother to do that.
That sounds
Basically,
too much,
I
yeah.
download. No, it was Dawn of War. I downloaded Dawn of War Dark Crusade onto Liam's computer when he was out, because I was like, I don't want to sit here bored. So I downloaded it, blue screened his computer, and then, when he got it booted up, it would load no image files.
He fucking straight fucked the computer.
And that was literally just by downloading and trying
Steam.
to off Steam,
Yeah.
and then launching Dawn of War.
You just killed it.
killed it. It took me a while to get that back. but we did in fact get it back.
I'm amazed you got it back. That would have just been in the bin for me, like Ron Swanson.
Talking about taking a while, it's now nearly 4:10.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I know. I'm hungry.
Absolute bants we've been having.
Hungry. Right, this is what a hangout chat's all about, right? Joe built 6 Bullgrins and 6 sponsons. Paddy built a whole Canis Rex, and I built 4 elves.
Paddy, Canis Rex doesn't have a missile launcher on the roof.
Yeah, it's for other nights.
Oh.
Yeah.
I figured I'd use the kit to the maximum and have
He's
a
built
extra
more
one.
than... Did you build the little goober for Canis Rex? He built even the little goober for Canis Rex as well. The one thing that Brom keeps forgetting.
Yeah.
Anyway, you've lot been amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for all the super chats, and thank you for 75 members. It means you've only got to get to 130 later, right?
1, 2, 5.
Yeah, it's you two playing, isn't it? No excuses.
It's me and Padua playing tonight. Yeah, I'm bringing elves tonight.
I'm bringing
wait.
something.
Yeah, I haven't got a list.
I
yet.
don't know what I'm playing.
I said it.
broken.
I thought it'd be you're bringing Eldar, and I was like, that. I said Paddy hadn't. I suppose that Paddy didn't even have a towel list ready to go, just to be like, hide away, shoot them dead.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make it fun. So hopefully you guys will join us at 7:30 tonight for a live game. It's my first game on the channel for a while, actually, which is shocking. I was looking back, I was like, oh fuck, I haven't played for ages. So that'll be tonight at 7:30, and then tomorrow at 9 o'clock we've got Warhammer After Dark before the weekend. But tomorrow daytime, at some point, Joe and I will be playing Battlefield 2042 on VAG.
Yeah, already updated the Xbox.
Razjin did just put a VAG link in the chat for you. If you click that link, hit subscribe, then when we go live tomorrow, you can listen to me and Joe chatting shit about how bad Battlefield 2042 is. This weekend is a weekend, so enjoy it. Monday daytime, I do intend to bring back a bank holiday hobby show during the daytime. Is my intent at the moment, but we'll see how things go at home and stuff. That's my plan, however, to make
bank
more
holiday
elves.
this weekend?
Bank holiday Monday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Last Monday of August, yeah. Yup. Mm-hmm. And then next week we've got a normal week of streams followed by a bonus Saturday fundraiser apparently for Mr. Joe's trip to America.
We're going to do 2 streams, aren't we?
We're going to do a day of content basically,
Yeah.
So many games, big wow.
I did make a promise. I might need you to pay me sooner so I can order some bits.
I love that he does it live on air.
No, because you sent me a link to a muscle suit, and I'm like, I haven't ordered that. I didn't order that muscle suit when you sent me the link.
Oh.
And
We've
then,
got a week to work
And then
out.
also, I might need to. I need to order a mohawk because I don't have enough hair to establish.
Even with super glue.
Even with super. Yeah. And then I snap it off afterwards.
Orange spray paint.
Yeah. So I might have to order a mohawk to wear to spray.
Because he's doing the cosplay, chat.
Yeah.
It is.
He's going to be dressed as a fire slayer.
That's great. I'm so glad it's only taken several years and two promises. You promised this first in the garage, right?
No, it was in here.
It wasn't here. And there is another promise I made for dress up.
Yeah.
But
Emo Raven Guard, I remember.
Oh yeah.
but we
members.
do know that a Raven Guard character is coming.
Yeah.
Right. We don't know when, but he is coming. You know.
Yeah.
So maybe
We'll have Emo Joe as well.
Emo Joe.
Have you actually finally fulfilled both your promises?
I feel like. I don't know
Joe.
for that one. Do you go for like the Black Parade kind of?
Yeah, you fingerless knitted gloves.
Yeah, the stripe, or do I go for like the the black denim vest?
Yeah.
The next few months is going to cost me a lot in costumes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, you people have been amazing. Like I said, hopefully we'll see you tonight at 7:30. Big shout out to Paddy and Joe for hanging out with me on the show. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, smash that like button. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
One more time.